Welcome back, guys, to episode 3 of Charles Classic Corner. Today I'm joined by two legends. One is an actual legend, Elena, welcome. And the other
Hi.
is a Chelsea fan legend, Lams, welcome. I'm very excited
Thank you for
to have
having
you both
me.
on.
I'm so excited to be here, Charlotte.
Oh,
I've been wanting
I'm
to come
loving
for a
it.
while.
And
Yeah,
I'm
it's
literally
so
so
exciting.
excited. I mean, this is great. I've got like all girls show. This is what I like. This is how I like it. So let's do
Exactly.
this. So, Eleanor, who have you chosen? Who's your player? Come on, let people know who your player is.
My player is Rafael van der Vaart, of course, one of my favourite Spurs players. And when you say retired player, I was like, him. I don't even need to second question.
Yeah, because when I told Matt that you'd chosen him, we were like, is she talking about his time at Spurs or his time as Madrid? Because his time at Spurs didn't go as planned.
Well, I mean, he was great for us. He just could only play 70 minutes and he had the passion for Tottenham. So all Spurs fans consider him a legend and I consider him a legend. I mean, he was brilliant for us. And if you watch him in any North London derby, he had that passion for Spurs. And even to this day, he talks about us like we are still like, his team. So yeah, we just love him. Even if he was here for a short period of time, we still love him.
Yeah, and Lambs, who did you pick?
Well, it's got to be Didier Drogba, hasn't it? I mean, the guy won us the Champions League. I mean, come on, like he's gonna be forever a legend just because of that. Also he was part of that legendary Mourinho team. Brought us our first couple of league titles, started getting us, in the conversation, actually made us like a big team as well. He's contributed everything to the club. He's won everything with us, hasn't he? So,
I mean,
I can't say any more about that. And what a stand-up guy as well. He does like so many great things for charity, the community as well. So,
I mean, I can't fault you. Like Drogba is an actual legend. When I think of him, all I think about is 2012 in Munich's own house. We trashed them in their own house.
Sad day for me. That day is a very sad day for me. We finished 4th, and you lot take it from us because you won the Champions League. So I remember that day clearly.
I just remember it and thinking they'd gone 2-1 up, and just thinking, "Oh, it's game over now." Like it, and then Drogba comes and just, it's like, hello, mate.
There was literally I think there was 2 minutes to go or something.
Literally.
And then he just comes with that. Because basically when they scored and I looked at the clock and it said I think there was 8 minutes left or something.
Yeah.
I was like, that's it. I got up because I just had dinner. I got up and I was like, okay, I might as well go wash my plate and it's game over. I was just there crying over the sink that's it. We thought we were gonna do it. We thought that game in Barcelona was a sign, and I was like, that's it. And then all I hear is Drogba, and I was just like, what? So I just run into the living room, and then I see it, and I'm just like, oh my god, we're gonna do it. And we did. So yeah. Still remember that day. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's one you can't forget, because he not only did he get that goal that equalized the whole match, but he got the winning penalty as well. The man did even when he played, when he stepped, when he went into Arsenal's house, and he did this on very many occasions, all the Arsenal players were like, oh, it's Drogba. We had a banging team, but oh no, Drogba turns up in the team and he's got 11 men running for their lives, scared because he's that tactically inept, that they were like, oh my God, no, it's Drogba. I don't know what to do with myself. But he had that kind of presence that he could, no matter how much the team we had, and the team we had was banging, he made everyone look small compared to him when he stepped on that pitch. But I mean, what's both of your favorite moments, when you first favorite moments that you had for each of your players?
Well, for me, it was when we signed him, it was we never really made players like that, statement signings like that. It wasn't like Tottenham don't do that. He's always ready, isn't he?
Ready.
He's always ready. Yeah, we never made statement signings like that. So it was that deadline day when we signed him, and it was like everyone went mental. We haven't had a deadline day like it, to be fair. We were linked, and it popped up out of nowhere because Madrid just wanted to get kind of rid of him and stuff. And the fact that we got him, it was just incredible. Like, no one really knew why we got him. If you know, like, everyone was just like, what?
Everyone's like, what? Tottenham moving like a big club, what?
And it was like, we haven't done that under Enoch since, to be fair, but it was great. It was a great time to like actually make a deadline day signing that was like it was a statement for us, considering we hadn't even made like top 4 and stuff, and we just sort of like we just made that big signing, and everyone went mental. And the Spurs fans will never forget like when it got announced, and it was like, yeah, he's now our player. We were like, we've made a signing from Real Madrid. We didn't actually give them one. We made one. So it was like a big deal for us. So yeah, that was like the first moment where I like knew this is going to be like a big deal.
Well, it was a really late signing because they had to ask to be extended because it was they had technical issues and they had to
literally popped up.
Yeah, because I remember the rumours going around that he was going to go, and then because Man United had lost, they wanted him as well, I think, and they lost it by maybe about 10 mil. And then all of a sudden it was like, yeah, he's going to Spurs, and then like obviously the window was closing in, and I just remember thinking, what is going to happen? And then obviously the Premier League allowed them because obviously technical issues, you can't really force them. But I mean, Vladimir Prime says Kane has posters of Drogba in his bedroom.
I don't think I have an argument back, because he might have posters of someone winning a trophy, so I can't really argue that fact. But
Drogba is
that day gives me nightmares. I mean, that day seeing him run around with the Champions League definitely gives me nightmares, because we literally were fourth. So I will never forget that day. So yeah, it's definitely made that.
Has PJs of Mourinho.
We're not having, every time we get into this discussion, we're not doing this.
Do you know what? Prime has PJs of Jose Mourinho. That's right.
Yeah, he was Jose exactly.
Yeah. Hi, bit.
Hello, bits and bobs.
Yeah. Smash a like. Yeah, guys, if you're not already subscribed, please like and subscribe to the channel. Now, Lams, where was your first favourite moment of Drogba that you remember?
Oh my God, scoring 2 goals against Arsenal.
Well, that was a standard for him, you know, like that really was a standard.
I can get behind that.
And what kind of got me was that literally, because when we first signed him, everyone was like, if you remember, it took him a while to kind of kick on. Like that first year that we won the league, it wasn't really under Jose Mourinho. It wasn't really him that was kind of like shining for us. It was more kind of like, you know, your John Terrys, your Frank Lampards. Remember we had Damien Duff, Eddie Johnson. What's the Carvalho?
Yeah,
I just remember that team. That was a wavy team. I remember that team. That was a good team.
You know what? That's a team that I'd love to go back
Crespo.
to.
We had Crespo as well up front. So it wasn't really like Drogba that was kind of like he wasn't, and people were kind of getting on to him, was like, oh, you know, you got this striker, he's not scoring goals, this, that, and the other. And then come Mourinho's second season, this guy just started and he didn't stop. And when he got those goals against Arsenal, for some reason, he just loved to score against Arsenal, just constantly. Every time we knew we were going to come up against Arsenal fans just, oh, this guy, he's going to score against us. And I just loved it. I was here for it. Because some the days that he was there, we had some of our best games against them where we absolutely turned them over. And that was literally the start of like their decline and our rise. So it was beautiful to see. And then of course, can't fault his performance in the Champions League final as well, and especially because I felt like and people people will talk about Frank Lampard and how he stepped up and he was a leader in that game. And fair play to him, he really was. But so is Didier Drogba. He stepped up as well. And people forget because John Terry stupidly he got himself sent off in the Barcelona game.
Oh, I remember that. That was really annoying me.
It was so dumb, and everyone was saying,
I was literally like, that's so petty. Like, why are you doing that? Like, is there any need?
And this is our captain. This is our captain that was doing it. So,
I know the responsibility there for pettiness really went to him.
So fair play. Frank Lampard stepped up, commanded midfield. But Didier Drogba ever been that commanding presence, just stepped up, and especially because I think that was like his last season with us, and he was about to leave us as well. So it was kind of it was coming close towards the end of his tenure. So this was like most of our senior players' last chance to win like a major European trophy. So fair play to him. He stepped up and he showed us that he is a leader, he is a legend, and he is a Chelsea guy through and through. So, but yeah, the moments that stood out to me was literally what Prime said earlier. We used to dominate the Emirates. We used to get that. That was our home ground. We used to dominate the Emirates when Drogba
literally, it was our second home.
Brilliant defenders.
So, Eleanor, do you regret Abramovich not buying Tottenham? Shout out to Nick for this question.
That doesn't even need me a second thought. Yes, I do. And I want these lot out, and he can buy it now if he wants. I hate my owners. I'm Enoch out, and I will always be Enoch out until they do something big. Not 70 million in a COVID window. I want actual ambition and not like this. That last window, yes, we spent well. We did get a few loan signings. We've done well. But it's not good enough over long term. I don't believe that's their ambition overall. So I'm not a fan of our owners. So yeah,
I think that's with a lot of
the team for tonight, and I'm absolutely in shock. By the way,
do you want to? We'll talk about that in a minute once we finish this. But I mean, I'm assuming by your reaction,
I was like this for early. I was
like. So, what is the worst moment that you had with your player?
Worst moment when he left, because he left too early. He left due to obviously like he had family issues and stuff, so he had to go back home and all of that. But even he says it's the worst. He has the biggest regret is leaving Tottenham too early. That's his biggest regret, and he always says it. Like he always says that he shouldn't have left Tottenham at the time he did. It just wasn't necessary. It just wasn't the right time. He just had to due to family issues, but. Yeah, he always says it's his biggest regret, and I think it's ours as well. Like he wasn't, his job wasn't finished yet. His job wasn't done.
Do you think if he'd have stayed, that maybe if he'd have stayed, there would have been a trophy and the possibility of a horizon, like, or
maybe? But I think the whole team wasn't good enough then. We had Crouch, and we had which was brilliant. I mean, he got us top 4 against City with the header that goal. But I mean, our team overall wasn't brilliant. We had young Bale, which was great. That's when he got to his prime and stuff. We had like Van der Vaart, Bale, and Modric. But other than them,
I was going to say Modric was a baller.
Yeah, Modric was amazing. The way he left, obviously, was kind of. It wasn't even. No one blames Modric too much for leaving because it was kind of like where we were wasn't there. Whereas with Bale, it was a bit different. He kind of made out he was staying. He signed a new contract. He signed a new deal, and then he just went off to Madrid. So that's why everyone got a bit upset with Bale. Obviously, now he came back, we kind of forgot about that. But with Modric,
I've still forgotten about Bale.
Well,
I've still forgotten about Bale. I mean, he's come back and you've forgotten about it, but that's because you've forgotten about the man.
He scored a goal against Wickham.
Oh,
leave him alone. Yeah. I forgot about that. Apologies. That's that Wickham goal that nearly ended up in Spurs being beaten by Wickham Wanderers, you know?
Oh, God. Do you know what? The thing is with Bale, it's like it was definitely a fan signing. That wasn't a logical, like, footballing signing. That was just lift the fans. It kind of suited both parties. Get him on loan, get him out of Madrid, get him here. Fans get happy. We think we've shown real ambition. And then we realise that it's just because he's finished that we got him. But it was just for that initial lift. It was very obvious as to... I don't believe that's a Jose Mourinho signing. I believe that's a Daniel Levy signing just to lift us and lift our dressing room and lift the fans, because We were very happy with the signing, so I think that's the only reason why we got him. But yeah, when we had Van der Vaart, and obviously when Modric was here, we had a good like 3-4 players. The Lennon days, the Defoe days, like it was great, but we never had enough to win anything really. So I don't think it would have changed too much, but I think it just would have been lovely to have him a bit longer, because he really embodied Spurs. Like that short time when he's kissing the badge and doing love hearts and blowing kisses to us and shushing us and all. That's all we needed to be happy back then. It was a much simpler time.
Yeah. Lams, what about you? What's your worst moment with Drogba?
Oh, do you know that semi-final? God, what season was it? Where we got knocked out by Barcelona, and it was just that absolute calamitous game where the referee was just taking the mick. And I think what we should have got a penalty. We didn't get a penalty. I think we had a goal disallowed, which shouldn't have been disallowed. I don't know. There was some beef or some stuff that just kicked off. But I don't know. There was that famous like camera shot like right into Drogba.
Yeah.
And he was just like, no.
That match was an actual shit show.
And I was just like, and you know what? And I just felt bad, because I was just kind of like, we don't deserve this. Like everything that could have gone wrong in this game
went wrong
in this game.
And we weren't playing bad either. We weren't playing bad. That's the frustrating part.
This guy, he doesn't deserve this. Like I was like, he doesn't deserve this. I was literally, that was the first time I sat there and I thought, one of my players does not deserve to be on the losing team. And I was just like, I can't believe this has happened, to be honest. But in terms of Drogba, there's not really been too many moments where I've looked at him and I've been like severely disappointed. That's why he's like a legend to me. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't sit here and be like, John Terry's like my legend, because he's done a lot of good things for the club, but there's so many things that he's done, and I'm just kind of like, why would you do that? That's just, I can't agree with you. I can't jump on board with that. But with Didier Drogba, I feel like he was no, that's not the right word. I feel like his treatment during that game wasn't justified. And he wasn't vindicated in the end, and I feel like I think I just felt bad, and that was just kind of one of the worst moments watching for me as a fan of this club and of this player, and especially given the performance that we put in as well. That was when I literally thought, I was like, oh my God, Barcelona have referees in their pockets, because
they literally did. They had them so deep as well. They literally had them so deep as well, and I was like, these referees must be getting like millions to be like this deep in Barcelona's pockets. Yeah, it was crazy.
Like the red card decisions, the penalty decisions that always fall in their favor, and you're just sitting there like wow, seriously. So in terms, that was one of the worst moments for me, not because I felt like angry, like he disappointed me.
It was the treatment.
I was disappointed for him. Yeah, exactly. But in terms of like worst moments, when he left, we kind of knew it was coming anyway, so it wasn't really like a bit of a shock for us. And I'm glad that he left in the way he did, because got us the Champions League before he did.
Literally.
So, very, very happy with that. And we can say that we are the only team in London with the Champions League.
Woo-hoo! Yes, we are.
I have no reply. I literally have no reply.
I don't know. I would have thought the Champions League final would have hurt you guys more, because you actually came so close.
And then you failed.
That 30 seconds, as soon as they got the penalty, it kind of writ it for us. I feel like Spurs fans kind of was like, well, of course. Like, it's kind of like, well, we were the better team that whole game. If you watched the whole game, it was a crap final. Like, both teams were not up to scratch, but we were better than Liverpool, in my opinion. But you know, you get an early goal, then they bring on Origi, get a second goal, and it was just like, well,
it was like
that's
one goal,
do you know
right
what,
at the
though?
beginning and then right at the end.
The whole time I felt like we were going to go to extra time because when Eriksen had the free kick, Alisson was making saves like nobody's business, left, right, centre. It was very annoying. And then when they got the second, it was so late that you just knew, all right, well, it's done now. And I watched it at the Spurs ground. I walked to the ground, and me, my dad, my mum, my cousin, we all just went and watched it. And I just remember like walking there, I was going, it's gonna be 4-2. I don't know why. It's gonna be 4-2, blah, blah, blah. And then it just
I thought Poch made a huge mistake by not starting Mora after.
I know everyone said
literally.
Yeah,
everyone agree.
But my reply is to this: it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if we won, it would have been like, oh, he did great by playing Kane. All I say is, it's a bit hard to
Kane
drop
on as a sub because he was just coming back from an injury. I wouldn't have started
it's
him.
true, but it's a bit hard to drop your best player in the biggest game your club has ever had.
Yeah.
So there's a bit. It's a bit hard when you look at Lucas's form. When he came on, he did nothing either. So it wasn't like he came on and was like, I should have started. I had all these shots.
Yeah.
He didn't do much. Our best player was pretty much Eriksen that game, to be fair.
Yeah.
It just shows. But to answer someone's question about how much I love him, yes, I love him because at the time, you got to remember, I'm 25. I've seen one trophy in my lifetime being a League Cup. So there's not much really like legend-wise in my lifetime to go by. With Van der Vaart, I love him because he embodied Spurs, the passion he had, the way he, when he played for Tottenham, he played for the badge, and he loved the club, he loved the fans. He still talks about us as us. To this day, I think that's why I love him so much. And he did leave too soon, but I feel like the fact he left too soon for me was just shows to me how much I love him. And I saw him recently when they had the Legends game at the new Spurs Stadium. He was one of the players, which I was very happy for. And it was a great day. So he definitely gets my love for this for the whole time that we've actually we did have him. It wasn't a long time, but it was a short-lived love affair, and it's still kind of going on.
So Winter Surfer says, guys, I built a time machine, took the VAR system with me, went back to 2009 against Barca. We got those penalties, and then Bear United in the final to win our first Champions League.
That's the one it was. Yeah, it was okay. Yes, because I remember it was the season after we lost the penalties against Manchester United, and I remember I was so angry that year as well. I was like, we're coming back with a vengeance. We got all the way to that semi-final, and then that game just me off.
I mean, the comments at the minute are very interesting. But I mean,
I think your dog agrees with me, Charlotte.
I think he agrees with you. Anything to do with literally, he always agrees with Lams. Like, I can't even fight this. Like, he just agrees with Lams.
That's literally what he's saying. He's like, it's a disgrace.
It is. It's a disgrace.
If we had VAR in those days,
it would have been a different thing.
Arsenal probably would have had a Champions League as well against.
Well, thank God they don't, because right now we're the only London team that has it.
I can come on board with that.
I remember that day. That was funny.
What's your favourite goal from each one of you? Like, which is your favourite goal that stands out the most?
Oh God, I'm gonna have
I'm sure for you lot there's so many, but there's a couple for me that stand out. For me, it's mainly that penalty when he scored against Arsenal, and it was like they literally scored 1-0 down, and then he just got the leveller, and he just shushed the Arsenal fans. That was a great goal. I mean, it was literally like from 1-0 to 1-1 instantly, and that was it. And he just shushed them, and then we ended up to win the game. There's also the goal against Liverpool in our last win at Anfield, which was that long ago. Yes, it was. But there's them two stand out for me.
What about you, Lams?
I'm not really too sure. I have to think about this one. I really have to think about this one.
I agree. London is blue. It's not red.
Damn. Come back to me, Charlotte. What's your favourite goal from Didier Drogba? or any of your legends.
Do you know what? I mean, if we're talking Drogba, any goal against Arsenal was great because you knew that like it's either going to be 1 or 2 goals that he's getting. It wasn't just usually with Arsenal, it wasn't just a single goal. He tried to get that kind of double kind of goal. He wanted more than 1 goal against Arsenal. That was his house. He was coming into his house, the Emirates Stadium, and he was entering that and he was getting a goal or 2. And
actually,
I always enjoyed that.
Now that we think about it, what about that goal? I think it was in Mourinho's second season with Chelsea. Yeah. And it was at the Emirates. And I think we beat them like 3-0 or something. And one of the goals from Drogba, it was just this beautiful free kick from like something like 35 yards out. And it just curled literally behind like who was their goalkeeper at the time? I think it was Lehman. I think it was still Lehman. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it literally just curled like right behind Lehman and couldn't do anything about it. And it was an absolute screamer. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go for that one then.
Definitely, that was a good one. Guys, there's 10 people watching and only 7 likes. Smash the like button and hit the subscribe button, people. Let's get this going. I mean, Prime says, I'm always 23 and I've seen Chelsea win everything. We are not the same.
We're not. But our owners do not spend any money. So we can't compete with Chelsea money and Chelsea trophy cabinet.
Yeah.
There's just, we need to spend some more money. And hopefully now we are going to. But getting, obviously, Jose Mourinho in, hopefully Daniel Levy is starstruck enough to, actually spend some money because we know he loves him. But yeah, there's that's still out in the jury. This in the jury for me. I'm not sure.
Eleanor, if he wins the Carabao Cup, does he get a statue?
Definitely not, because I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. Does Jude Ramos have a statue for winning the League Cup in 2008? No, that didn't elevate our club at all. So no, I don't agree with that is the best thing that can happen to our club right now. Yes, it's what we need, but overall, if we have that's all we do for 5 years and we don't even end up top 4 for 5 years and we've just won a League Cup, that's not legendary in my opinion. Yeah, because we nearly got relegated when we won the League Cup of our last manager that won it. So yeah.
Do you think that Prime says yes, let's use the money excuse?
I know Prime is not going to let me live this down. I don't know why I'm friends with him. All he does is bully me.
Jose will be just as good as Ramos.
Oh wow.
Well, that's not a great the thing to reach for, really. He won us the League Cup and then we nearly got relegated. So yeah. I'm not sure that's any standard to go by.
Yeah. This is a good question. Your thoughts on the new Super League? Are you for it or not? This is a really good question, you know. I'm so against it. Just because I think how many leagues can we deal with and how many times do you want to overwork the players? Because if you have a new Super League, you're going to have to get rid of either the Champions League, the Premier League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. Now you pick which one you want to get rid of because I can't decide. I enjoy them all. It's like my little bit, we have our English football, like the Premier League. We've got the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup and the Premier League. The FA Cup helps the teams that are not so well off, like League 1 and 2. And they're succeeding at the minute, they're doing well, but I mean, we've got the Champions League. That is the same thing. The Champions League is top of the Premier League. It's top 4 of the Premier League. It's winners of Serie A and all that lot. Why are we making another one that's basically just the same as the Champions League? And it blows my mind.
Yeah. I agree. It's just not needed, really. I think that, I don't want to get rid of anything that we currently do. I just think it's just part of football. It's like history, isn't it? So I don't really want to change anything.
It would, for me, I think it would take away from the novelty of actually watching football and enjoying the game. I mean, for example, the year that Leicester just came out of nowhere and won the Premier League, that's the beauty of the game. having shocks like that, out of nowhere, like Colchester knocking Tottenham out of the Carabao Cup.
Yes, I remember that.
Bottom place Sheffield United beating close to top place Manchester United last year. Relegated Watford beating Liverpool 3-0, who went on to win the title by 18 points clear. Like, that's the beauty of the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, having these like non-league teams compete against these like top 6 Champions League, Europa League side teams, and having these top results and seeing them turn up.
Exactly.
And right now we're sitting here and we don't even really know who's clearly going to win the title, because there's about 4 or 5 teams who are still in it, and that's the beauty of it. Like, I don't really like this whole Super League, because it generates this whole superiority complex. And the whole point of the game is that literally a grassroots level team can beat like a Champions League level team. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me, I love going for the underdog. So yeah, no Super League for me.
Yeah.
I agree.
Prime says Jose is bigger than Spurs.
There's no denying that he is bigger than us, but it doesn't mean he's going. I don't care what I always say. I don't care what he's won other clubs. I care what he's going to win my club and my team. I don't give a crap what he won my rivals.
So
I care what he wins my club. Otherwise, you didn't help me.
Yeah.
So I don't deny that. I care about what he's going to do for mine. Yeah.
So, and an all-time starting 11, Prime's asked, what would be your all-time? Maybe let's combine. Let's combine. I think it's a good idea. Goalkeeper.
So London clubs. So we have what? Arsenal, Tottenham,
I think we'll just
Chelsea,
do it. We'll just do it by
Palace.
We'll just do it. No, we'll just do it on Spurs.
West Ham. He said all-time London 11.
No.
London clubs.
Do you know what? We're just gonna do it on Arsenal, Spurs, and Chelsea. Like,
you've got to put Cech in goal.
Peter Cech goes in goal.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone disagree there?
Nah.
Okay. How would
are we doing legendary players, like all-time legendary players?
All-time legendary London players.
Okay.
I'm putting Ledley King in defence because I'm putting Ledley King in defence. I need at least one Spurs player. Come on, allow me.
Okay, who would you go right back?
Ashley Cole.
Cashley. Yeah. Cashley's got to go in there,
I agree.
He may have gone for the money, but he
did the job. That's why Arsenal fans were fuming when we took him from him.
I want Ivanovic in there as well. Ivanovic. He was a banger.
Okay.
Does John Terry make the team?
He's got to. Actually, wait, hold on a second. Let's actually have a look at. We should put an Arsenal player in there because they did have an invincible season.
I know.
So
I was thinking I was going to put Thierry Henry.
You got to put Thierry, and you might put Vieira. I'm not sure.
I was going to put Thierry Henry. That was going to be their one player, their moment of joy.
Yeah, I think you got to put Thierry.
I don't know. I would still. Because they had a really good back line. I mean, Invincibles, didn't lose a game.
It was crazy.
But put one of their centre backs in there. So
who would you like to put in then?
I know who she wants to put in there.
Go on, Lams. Who would you like to put in there?
Go on. It's fine. We're all friends here.
No, do you know what? Actually, I'm going to put Kolo Touré in there.
All right.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't expecting that. No,
I put Kolo Touré in there actually because prime Kolo Touré was actually on job.
You know what? I can't
I'm guessing he's taken those defensive lessons to Brendan Rodgers' Leicester team because
they're doing pretty good. Yeah, I agree.
Prime said just the big clubs, so Chelsea and Spurs. He just went.
I thought you were going to say Sol Campbell. I'm not going to lie. I thought you were going to say Sol Campbell.
Yeah, that's who I thought as well. I
was like, you know what? It's fine. Let's go. I understand it was great for us, but we called him Judas, so yeah. But
I thought no. Out of respect to you, Elena, we're not going to put any Judases in the lineup. So yeah, we'll keep it Kolo Touré. So
we'll go with that.
Our back four is Peter Cech, Ivanovic, Kolo Touré, who else? Ledley King,
and
Ashley Cole.
And Ashley Cole. Yeah, I think we've got that sorted. Now midfield. Oh,
this is a hard one, but you lot can take reins on that. I feel like
we've got.
You've got a lot to choose from.
I'm not even gonna play if Dennis Wise doesn't make this team. My heart's gonna break, you know. Like Dennis Wise is going in there. The man is going in there.
I was thinking like your holding DMs have got to be Patrick Vieira and
I said Vieira,
yeah.
Makelele, yes.
Yeah, Makelele.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right.
You can't really deny that Makelele. I mean, his icon card on FIFA is good enough to tell you anything that you need to know.
Literally, like, what a team we've started.
So what formation are we doing? Are we doing a 4-2-3-1 if we're having two midfields?
Yes.
You know what? It's the up line where I like to, I think we're not going to put Gaza in.
4-2-3-1 is what we're going with.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, hold on, Elena. What was your suggestion?
Gaza.
Oh, Charlotte.
It's fine.
I mean, you know what? It's for Eleanor. Let's put him in. Like, give Eleanor a little moment. Like,
give me my two players.
She's struggling with the fact that like we've got a shit lineup. I've just seen the lineup. Like,
I'm sitting here thinking about Doherty tonight giving away a penalty. Like that's all that's in my head.
I mean,
I can't believe Doherty playing over Uria. Actually, can't.
Right. Who would you want up front?
You got to put Thierry up front.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you've got to put Thierry up front. I think you've got to put Drogba.
Drogba's got to go up there.
Yeah.
I would ask if there's any strikers that have won you anything, Eleanor, but they haven't. So I mean,
unless you want to put that Robbie Keane up top, like.
Oh god!
That's the last time we won a trophy. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a sticky one, isn't it?
I'm struggling with that, you know.
Okay, so one more spot. So we have Henry, Drogba. There's one more spot.
Oh my god! Prime just said Hazard that we didn't put Hazard in.
What about does SCN make the counts?
Oh.
I mean,
what in the? But if we're going for that holding midfield area, who was really better than Vieira and Makelele? Like both of them won titles in that position for their respective teams.
SCN can be a substitute, like first off the bench.
Yeah, he could be on our subs. Yeah, that's fine.
Substitute.
Yeah, I think you got to put Hazard, like, Henry, like, Thierry, Drogba, Hazard.
Yeah, I think that's a wicked combo. Like that's.
I mean, Hazard, I hated playing against him. Like literally, I'll be like, watch out! Like literally, every time he had the ball, it was like dribbling through like nothing. Like he was just easy.
But then that day he went missing and we lost to. Oh my god!
Oh, literally don't.
That was when I was like, I want this fraud. Out of my club. Because before him, our record against you guys was really pretty good. And then we just came to, and then we just didn't turn up at all. Like the only person who looked like they were putting in like minimal effort was Willian, and that says a lot. Like if Willian's your best player,
it's so true. It's so true. Do you know what Prime just said when Hazard ended Spurs' title run? Yes, I remember that very clearly. The battle at the bridge. And the thing is, you say that our record at the bridge is terrible. Like generally, it's so bad. But that time, the Dele Alli and all of that was great. But yeah, sorry. It was an interesting time with sorry involved because it was like so up and down. It was so up and down for you lot.
Literally, I mean. Now we've had a little bit of discussion on our top 11. What I really want to discuss, because there's been a little bit of ag over this that I'm not happy about, and I don't think Lams will be either. The Tuchel incident, like, I'm sorry, I don't even know, like, you know, Michael Owens? No, I don't remember Michael Owens, that footballer that's retired for so long that I don't even remember because he's been retired for that long. I was like, who's Michael Owens? Like, who is he? Like, I'm sorry, who are you? The man was cussing Tuchel, saying, like, he'd had a shit game, saying it wasn't good enough, saying that Frank would have done better. And I'm sorry, what did you not take your pills this morning for your head? Like...
It's been one game. Like, it's fine. You had like a day or whatever to train.
How are you feeling? Talk to me about this. Talk to me about this.
We had something like 16 shots on goal, or was it, I think, 14 shots on goal?
Yeah.
Nine shots from inside the box. I think Wolves had to make something like 30 clearances, or something silly like that. They could not get the ball. It was complete domination from start to finish. I don't know what game these guys were watching, right? But the amount of chances we created in this game compared to the Leicester game, oh my goodness.
Exactly.
The contrast is clear to see.
Already they actually blamed for him, like, for a change. Like, you can't blame that on him. A 0-0. He played very well. There was definitely a big change in the way you played, I think, comparing it to a Frank team.
Yeah, and there were chances. I mean, Ben Chilwell should have done better with that shot that he just blasted over. Olivier Giroud had a couple chances as well. I don't know, maybe he's he's just not getting into those spaces. Maybe his legs are just gone. I don't know.
But I don't know if Ben Chilwell is actually suited for Tuchel kind of play.
That's what a lot of people are saying.
Because
like, he's somebody that could be out the door.
Because I'm not saying he's not good, but Tuchel likes this one-touch kind of play, a bit like Sarri ball. It's that one touch, keep it going. And Ben Chilwell's more of a he and James Maddison have this in common. They like to take their time and then they choose their pass, and that doesn't work for Tuchel. It doesn't. Tuchel, and you saw him make so many mistakes on the one pass and losing the ball for the one pass touch, where his first time touch just wasn't good enough. Mm-hmm. Now, I might be wrong. He might impress me this season, but from what I've seen in the first game, like, everyone else apart from Chilwell and Jorginho, let's not get me started on Jorginho. The man's an absolute...
Listen, don't get Jem started on Jorginho.
Jorginho.
In the comments, gonna start taking
he literally slowed down the game. Like, he literally slowed down the game so much. And his side passing, was it necessary? No. Did he do it? Yes. Let's not talk about Mendy. The man nearly gifted Wolves a goal. Nearly gifted them. My heart was in my chest. I was like, no. He literally, like, mistakes like that can't be made. Like... The
reason why I'm not going to be too harsh on him is because given what I saw against Fulham and Leicester compared to what I saw against Wolves, there's clearly an improvement. I'm seeing so many like players, not just like Mason Mount, who actually are playing better. Like, they look a little bit happier. Kai Havertz, for the first time, nobody's saying shy Havertz anymore because the guy actually had the freedom and he played really, really well.
Yeah, he did.
He even could have scored that header at the end, literally right at the end of the game. So
just the kind of saying that Frank would have done better. They're giving him how much time, but not giving Tuchel more than one game is just ridiculous.
He had a 2-hour training session. What,
like,
2 to 3 hours?
Not even a proper training session.
And people are still coming for it. Did you watch in the pre-match how BT were like sniding him with these comments, like, and the Mason Mount and Lampard? I was like, but I agree. Winter Surfer says, yes, Charlotte, join me with the Jorginho agenda. I am the leader. Yes, you can be the leader. We were literally, do you know what? I have nothing against him as a person, but as a player, he's not suited for our type of football. He is not suited. Like, that's not me like saying he's the worst footballer in the world. That's just saying his type of play.
Elena, I'm seeing that lineup now.
I know, I've seen that lineup. I'm
that defense is looking
right.
sus.
You know what? While we're at it, Elena, give me your thoughts on your lineup. Come on, let people know.
I'm gonna get it up properly now, so I can like actually go through every player and tell you my issue.
Because the front looks good, but it's the back that's looking sus.
So firstly, he's got Uriah, Rodon, Dyer, Davis, Doherty. So it's just weird that he's got Rodon. He's throwing him in this game as well. Like against you lot, okay, he played okay, but throwing him on, like I would rather have Toby for some experience, like next to him. I don't think he's got the right mentality yet. Yeah, he looks good, but it's a big game to throw such a youngster in. Davis, I know Reguilon's injured, but like to have Davis and Doherty, I think it's just such a shaky back line.
But I'm a bit confused as to why, like, when you're playing Liverpool, you didn't chuck your best team out, like, because this is a game.
Yeah, this is a game.
If you win this, like people will be like, "Shit!" Like Liverpool aren't doing that great, and Spurs are actually doing good. But he's come up with a mediocre team that's kind of basic.
I'm really confused as to why he's thrown on Rodon. Like I would much rather Alderweireld play this game. Obviously having Dyer is a bit more of a he's prone to a mistake. Yeah. You've got Uriah prone to a mistake, and you've got Doherty prone to a mistake. They're all playing together. It's like, just take your 1-0. You're going to get a penalty somewhere. Like, we're going to have to 1-0 down, basically. We're going to have to try and make it up. Obviously, I'm very happy with Højbjerg and Ndombele. Very, very happy. Bergwijn for the defensive cover, which we're going to bloody need because that defense is terrible. And obviously, Son and Kane. So it's just a very weird lineup. Obviously, we've got Bale on the bench, got Lucas on the bench, got Toby on the bench, which is annoying. But yeah, I'm not too sure. I would have definitely liked our normal 4-2-3-1 where we play like our normal back four, and we have Sissoko and Højbjerg holding and Ndombele, and then our 3 and then our 1. So I would definitely
Ndombele's been brilliant, hasn't he?
He is unreal. But this, I don't know how he's going to look today with this lineup. This lineup is very odd, very, very odd. I can't even. I just can't. I'm not feeling confident. But whenever I don't like the lineup, we tend to play better. Because whenever I like the lineup, I'm sitting there like, yes, that's the lineup I've been waiting for. And then we play terribly, like against Wolves. That was the lineup. That was the lineup I was calling for, and it ended 1-1.
Eleanor, I have your best friend here. Prime, welcome to the stream.
Oh, yes. Hi, Prime.
Hey, Prime.
Where is he? I'm going to head off in like a couple minutes because I'm going to go do my pre-match ritual and I hope to God I make it through. See you on the other side again.
Literally. Prime, what are your thoughts?
Doherty playing left wing back.
Apparently so.
I can't explain that.
I don't even want to try and understand Jose Mourinho's thinking in that one. I really don't.
No, I don't understand it. Like, it's especially against Liverpool. Like, I'm not saying Liverpool have been playing the greatest.
Against Sheffield United, maybe, but to do it against Liverpool, like, I just don't understand it. Yes, I know Reguilon's injured, but Doherty, he's been terrible. Literally, I've grown a new love for Uriah since Doherty's been at my club. Like, Uriah's like outshadowed him, and now he's playing left wing back. He can't even play right back, which is his position. So I'm not too sure how he's going to do out of position.
So it looks like he's setting up defensively, and he's going to hit Liverpool on the counter.
Well, he's got most of our defenders on the pitch, so yeah, which is fine. I don't mind that tactic, but with our defenders that you've chosen, I've got a bit of an issue with them holding it. Like Rodon, he's so inexperienced. I'd much rather Toby doing that job. Having Doherty play on the wrong side of the left wing back, I'm not too sure how that will go. Like, it just shows how important Reguilon is into this team, because we are literally playing this random formation now with these random players just because one player's out.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how this is going to work out.
It's going to be a 4-4-2.
True. Could be.
True.
Could be.
I mean, I just don't think it's the right time to be testing out your kind of unexperienced players.
It's always the way. I don't know why.
Especially against Liverpool. Like you don't want to, like, you could be trying this out against Sheffield, like, or something like that.
Yeah.
But like,
we need these points because we drop points to them, so we need these points. Like we weren't, we lost when we should have drawn at least that game against them at Anfield. We should have at least drawn. I don't think he, I don't think he did too much wrong. But yeah, we dropped points there. Now we're bloody going at them like this. I don't know. We need these points. We need to capitalize on their bad form.
Just make sure your disrespect. Make sure your praise is as loud as the disrespect.
It always is. I mean, it always is. I always say, Jose Mourinho masterclass when it is, and if he pulls this off, it 100% will be.
But Elena has already said that she thinks that, like, when she doesn't like the team, they always seem to do better. Like,
yeah, but it's true. When I like the team, it's terrible. So,
but the problem you have is you never know what you. At the minute, you don't know what you're going to get with Liverpool. You just don't know how they're going to perform.
True. Like, you know what? Under Poch, I could guess the way because I knew how we played every game. So I kind of knew what was our best lineup and our best starting. With Jose Mourinho, I'm still working him out. Like, I genuinely am. Like, there are times when I'm like, oh, we played on the front foot, and times when we didn't, and there are times when we played formations that I just don't understand. So I'm still trying to work him out. Under Poch, I had our team. Like, I knew how we would play. I knew what was good and what wasn't good. Whereas I'm still working out Jose Mourinho. So I try not to give as much stick on lineups because if the way he plays sometimes, I wouldn't have done that. So I try not to, because when I like the lineup, we tend to do terribly. As I say, that Wolves lineup was my lineup. That was the lineup I've been calling for, and it was the deadest second half ever. So I try not to give too many opinions.
Yeah.
On the
wait! So, surprise! When a tactical genius does something.
Oh, he did my lineup. Tactical genius came up with my lineup and it didn't work.
Did you guys see how Jose waited until the Liverpool players were walking out, and he's like walking out? Do you know what? I fancy Jose to win this year because Klopp right now, his mentality is so rattled. Have you heard him? Have you heard him in his post-match interviews, pre-match interviews? Like,
oh my God, he's crazy.
Rattled. And Jose is like the psychological enigma. Yeah, he just knows. He just knows how to.
Apparently, Klopp was watching our team warm up and stuff. Apparently, a journalist just reported that apparently Klopp was watching our team warm up. So weird. But I'm gonna head off.
Okay. Before you do that, where can people find you? Shout out where people can find you.
So at LilyWhite_TV on Twitter. There and at Lily White TV on YouTube. You can also catch me on the Football Terrace. I am going to be hosting a new show on there. That Spurs Hour, that first show will be called an Hour. So yeah, that's a new thing. I'm now a new host on there, which is very exciting. But yeah, catch me on my Twitter and I'll keep you updated. See you on the other side. Hopefully we make it through this game.
We will see you on the other side. Thank you for coming on, Elena. Good luck.
And I'll be on Lams. I'll be on your show next after the Chelsea game.
Next week, guys.
Next week. Bye, guys. Right, Winter Surfer. How do you feel about the Spurs Liverpool lineup?
They've gone
and score predictions.
And score predictions. Let's do score predictions.
This is tough. It's like choosing someone between two guys to beat you up. 3-3 draw, multiple injuries.
That's what we like to hear.
I hate Spurs with every fibre of my being, but Liverpool. See, if it weren't for their fan base, it's just something I've grown up with. It's a family thing. They tried to make me a Spurs fan, but I rebelled.
Is it a London thing or a Chelsea thing? Because I don't.
No, Prime. A
It's
lot
a
of Chelsea fans
it's a
really
Chelsea
don't
thing.
like
That's our derby.
Tottenham.
That's
But
Yeah.
why? No,
Like
but
I've
why?
been to Stamford Bridge many times, and I've heard like our fans like we're not even playing Tottenham, and we're doing the Tottenham chant.
Just to clarify,
if you hate Tottenham, stand up.
We always beat them.
and
We always
just to
beat them.
clarify, as when we come out at Stamford Bridge, we hate Tottenham, Chelsea,
Yeah.
like
Chelsea,
in
yeah,
no
that's what I'm
sense. Like that's our chant
but
as our
again,
team
why?
comes out. I mean, it's
And, like,
basically
the
our derby.
sparklers
Like,
are going off.
No,
Literally, it's like,
I mean,
we
yeah,
hate
listen,
Tottenham,
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah. You know what it is for me? It's the self of they have their fans have an entitlement that they haven't earned.
Literally don't.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, and also, yeah,
they haven't earned it. They have no trophies. The only trophies they have are Harry Kane's Golden Boot and Son's Army Trophy. Now that's not a trophy for me.
Even when we were crap, we used to beat them. So there's all that as well. So yeah, it's a built-in thing, and also Liverpool. If it weren't for their fans, I'd like their team, but their fans are just they're the same.
Their fans don't help it. I also don't like the fact that like Mourinho went to them either. Like, especially like from Chelsea, that's a little bit.
Yeah, but if it's like Mourinho of old, he's going to leave them in a burning heap. So,
I mean, I'm happy with that. Like, if he's gonna leave them in a burning ashes, absolutely. But if he's not, like, then no.
If he won those things, it'll get them getting to a couple of finals. But I don't think
like watching Mourinho become Spurs manager. It's like, I don't know. It's like having that, when you have that relationship, where you just think, oh my God, this is that love of your life, right? Yeah. And then the love of your life, starts sleeping with your worst enemy.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
that's what it's like.
Yeah.
If it's the love of your
unholy
life, why did you pick up in the first place then?
Huh? Because they hurt you. The love of your life can still hurt you, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, say you're married, right? Yeah. But then your husband had like a baby on you or something. You're gonna probably like divorce, but deep down you probably still love them.
Yeah, this is a fair point, because you can't just switch it off like that. You literally, like, your heart doesn't have an on-off switch where you can just switch it on and off. However, I think this would be the greatest idea ever if you just had an on-off switch. But unfortunately, it doesn't. Like,
yeah,
like an Android?
Literally, like that's literally what I mean.
Like those robot lovers they reported in the news last week.
Oh, literally. I mean,
no emotions.
So Burnley.
Yeah.
What are we thinking, guys?
Oh, this is,
I think we're going to see
win.
a different formation. I think we're going to see a different formation.
And I think we're going to win.
I think he's going to try a lot. I don't think we're going to see this side his ideas for at least another month. And that's in time for the Atletico game.
Yeah.
So,
but I also think that we're going to win if we come up with that. I think we were just unlucky yesterday because we had chances. We were Spurs have just scored.
He's just they.
Son's just scored.
Oh wow! I'm way back. I'm just on Mane missing. He should have scored.
Yeah, no, Son's just scored now.
How did Mane miss that? Jesus Christ!
Didn't we just say? Like I told you, Jose's got this. He's the mentality. He knows how to rattle his opponents. He knows.
That's because he's probably trained like a one-off game. That's what he's done. He's trained it like a one-off game.
Oh, are they checking offside? No.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, they're checking I mean, it's beautiful. Like, it's poor from Liverpool. Like, VAR's checking offside now. Oh, I think he's offside.
That's a poor goal, man.
I think the back of his ankle's literally so offside. Mourinho's so pissed. Mourinho is just sat there like, oh, no.
Who's telling us Alisson's world class, man? That was a rubbish goalkeeper there. Alisson, rubbish.
He's definitely offside.
Alisson's actually not as great as people.
He's on, I think.
No.
Like it was Van Dijk that was great. That was making him look good.
I said this on the terrace yesterday. He's not top 3 goalkeepers. He's not all.
Prime, who's your top
People are trying to
three?
DM me saying, "How can I say he's not world class?"
Okay, well, who's your top three?
Oblak, Neuer, Courtois.
That's
okay, I don't like Courtois, but I can't disagree with you.
I mean, and I can't disagree with him because he's having a little bit of a downfall at the minute. Like they all have them, but he has been world class. Like you can't fault him that. No, Courtois. I mean, he's had a bit of like a down period when he moved.
But he's jumped right back up.
But that's what I'm saying. He had that kind of down point, which kind of was a bit of a downer for him. But like, it's expected when you move. But I mean, for me, like, I kind of have to. I can't not agree with that.
Don't you think the goalkeepers are like the centre backs in this era? There's only like 1 or 2 that are great. The rest are like average to good. There's no like, there's no outstanding ones. We're Chelsea fans. We're very blessed. We had great goalkeepers for like 20 years. Ed De Hoy,
that's
Cudicini,
true.
Cech, and Courtois. I mean, 20 years of
even Hilario wasn't that bad.
Literally, that's true.
He did the slowest dive I've ever seen against Man City when Tevez scored.
I don't think Alisson is much better than Hilario.
I think you're right, Prime.
Oh, I only said that as a joke. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I think you have quite a fair point. To be fair,
I think you actually have a point. Like looking at it now and kind of remembering.
Hilario is one of the slowest diving goalkeepers I've ever seen in my life. He dives in slow motion.
He did all right for us, didn't he? I mean, I don't really remember like there's not like any calamitous moments that stand out to me that make me think, oh my god. So he didn't do too. Obviously, he wasn't the best. We had better, but that's why he wasn't our first choice goalkeeper, isn't it?
Yeah. Is he still there? I don't know if he's still there. He might be still there on the goalkeeping coach side.
Like as a staff member.
Yeah, it's like one of the. Yeah, I'm sure he's still there.
Not sure.
I think so.
I mean, this is an interesting game. Like Liverpool aren't particularly getting the possession, and when they are, they're just giving it away to Spurs.
We love to see it. We love to see it.
We do love to see it, to be fair.
Because I'm confident that Tuchel will be able to beat Jose Mourinho.
Literally agreed.
No comment.
I just want to see I want to see all the Liverpool fans gas up Thiago's passing stats for going backwards and sideways when they've been having a go. I know I've had a go at him, but when they have a go at like Jorginho. Thiago.
I can't even deal with Jorginho right now.
I know, but it would just be bad.
Jorginho's like, I'm sorry, I wouldn't even be complaining if they sold him this summer. I really wouldn't. I really wouldn't.
Hope I don't see him on Sunday. Is it?
No. I think.
But he's part of the problem, like because his slow passing and his side passing causes like if they're doing like a one-touch pass and he's doing some kind of Jorginho magic as he calls it.
Yeah.
Like you're slowing down the game, and then the players have to get back to that one touch. That's like resetting the whole game for the players' mentality. Like that's not what I need. I want these players to be doing one touch, kind of quick attacking part like football, and I don't see it from him. So I think it's time for him to go. Like it's time for you to go, mate. See you later. Bye bye. I'll send you a postcard.
No, I completely agree.
Yeah.
It's just I don't think he's like a bad player. I think he's a good player that suits a particular system.
It's the wrong style for us.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. Like
I think he would do well in like a Manchester City team, for example. But I don't think his style like suits the system that Chelsea wants. It didn't suit it under frank, and it's certainly not going to suit Tuchel as well. But I don't know. He'll figure it out. Like I said, I think he just kind of went with seniority.
Yeah.
Because
and experience.
And experience, and
Yeah.
he probably
He had one training session.
Probably, I don't know. He probably just went based on like recent form as well in the last couple of games, and obviously what players are going to best suit the system the formation that he's choosing to start with.
Yeah.
And I even thought Mason Mount did well when he came on.
Yeah,
I thought he could, maybe if he was going to substitute him on, put him on a little bit earlier. But
Yeah.
even so, I think he did, like, he made more of an impact in those 10 minutes than he did in 90 in the last games.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. Like, people are still calling us out, you and me, for like the fact that we say that Mason Mount is a super sub. And he is a sub. Like, he comes on better. He brings that energy. He brings that atmosphere back on tactically as well. Like,
exactly.
And Havertz actually did not turn up yesterday. He turned up. Like, and I seeing all those players. Like, it makes me think that there actually was a problem back behind the scenes, because they all turned up. Like, even
they
Havertz
looked happier, right?
Like, Havertz genuinely looked like he wasn't like. Because he's been looking like, he just looks like he was a ghost, like that he wasn't there, like he wasn't recognisable when he comes on the pitch.
What happens when you get told what to do?
Yeah. Have you noticed, even when Havertz has scored for us, the guy doesn't smile. He hasn't smiled. The only time I see this guy smiling is on Instagram with his adorable little dog. Literally, that's the only time he looks so happy.
I keep saying to people, he's been managed so poorly since he came.
Yeah.
Look at him, and I'll repeat again. It's boring for me, but what did he sign? He signed, and he had about 4 days of training.
Yeah,
he was thrown right into that Brighton game, out of position.
Yeah,
and then still out of position. Then he got COVID, which looking at the time,
quite a bad case of COVID as well.
But looking at the time frame, it probably takes you 2 months to get over it. Because look at Pogba. Pogba's taking 2 months to get over it. Havertz taking 2 months to go over it now.
Yeah, it's true. So, breaking news: Jesse Lingard agrees a deal with West Ham.
Oh,
I mean,
so it's a 6-month loan.
I think that'd be good for West Ham
because he's rejected West Brom and Newcastle.
Yeah, fair enough. I would, because of the managers. I did not want to play for Big Sam or Steve Bruce.
Oh my God, this is so bad. It's a £3 million deal. Like, he's worth what, 3 million?
A loan, or is it permanent?
A loan for the rest.
It's a loan, and they still have to pay 3 million. Nah, that's rude. That's
rude. Hang on, no, you can't say that, Lams. That's how
the total cost of a potential deal is thought to be more than £3 million, taking into account the loan fee and Lingard's wages.
But you say that, Lams. Did you read the loan? Did you read the loan fee for Barclays? About £12 million or something.
Literally,
just the loan fee. Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that they.
That's how we get past financial. That's how we get past financial fair play. We put all the prices on the loans.
Damn, we are.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, I know.
Why do you think that Abramovich is still a millionaire? Because he's still making them dollars.
We're not going to take a loss. We're not
a millionaire. The guy's a billionaire, Charlotte.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Billionaire.
We're not going to take a loss on Bakayoko by the amount of loans he's had, and then the price. We're going to probably make a profit.
We are looking. I
still can't believe that. To be fair.
To be fair, like, I'm pretty sure we're making a profit on Drinkwater as well. Like, with the loans he's been on, like I don't even know who the man is, but we're making profit on him.
Where is he? Like, he's just
Turkish
disappeared.
Some Turkish side.
Oh, Kane is injured. Kane is down.
Is this the annual injury?
I think this is what we've been saying. Every time Kane's overplayed, he has an injury, and I think this is his injury. Oh, it doesn't look good. It's his ankle. Oh, that doesn't look good.
So Mora comes on.
No, they'll put. They're
going to have to take him off, because if he plays and he really injures this again, and Mourinho won't have a player at all this season.
Was a foul by Thiago? Was it?
I mean, I was thinking that Chelsea were going to injure him, but Liverpool have done us a favour.
They really have, innit?
Yeah, but if you've got a recurring injury, it could literally take the smallest of things to kind of oh, he's limping.
No,
He's always
Andrew
had
really
weak
called
ankles.
it. Andrew said a draw and loads of injuries, please.
Yeah, but that's my non-logical hate in Spurs Liverpool head.
It's working, Andrew. Just keep on speaking it into existence.
Or maybe he's out for the next 3 weeks, because then he'll miss our game, won't he? So
Ads, welcome. Have you got any thoughts on this? Like, what are your thoughts?
Well, all I'm going to say is I'm going to be straight up and bring facts to the table. Tottenham are inconsistent even with Kane and Son in their team. So it won't make much of a difference, to be honest. Like, if he's injured, I hope he recovers, but they're still inconsistent. I want to see what they do.
Ads, did you see the Mane miss?
Well, he's not been on top form at the moment. I did see it. It was very, very disappointing. He should have netted that, but that's how it goes, isn't it? You're not trying to say
very, very disappointing.
Yeah,
I will hopefully see any team go through what we had to go through yesterday. I'm just trying to make people forget about that. Just concentrating on what other teams are going through. I'm trying to say, I mean, yesterday was depressing, but if Mane's missing these goals, then I don't feel too bad.
Yeah, Andrew, tell Ads your prediction. This will make Ads feel so much better. Tell him your prediction for this game.
All right, this is my non-logical head. I said 3-3 and multiple injuries.
Andrew,
I dislike these teams more than anyone. So I just couldn't pick a winner. It's like I told them, it's like picking between two guys to beat you up. You know what I mean?
And we've already started, and the thing is, we know what Mourinho's instructed his team to do, so they're probably, the chances of injuries in this game are pretty high, actually.
Well, I was seeing the formations. The formation BT put up was 3-4-3, so he's definitely he's definitely counter-attacking. And you got
but then the wing backs can drop back into a 5 if need be as well.
I don't rate that Doherty though. I don't rate that Doherty a lot, man.
No, neither does Elena.
Elena was literally like, "Why the hell is he on? Like, why aren't you putting experience on when you're playing a game like Liverpool? Like, you need experience." So I've got a question. Thoughts on the new Stamford Bridge? Do you like the design? Should we build a new stadium or stay at Stamford Bridge?
Did I miss something? Has that been released?
So there's been like for a couple, I think it's been the last year and a half, there's been rumours that there's going to be a new stadium, and obviously then they did like a design for it.
But he stopped that, didn't he, because of the visa stuff. So
I personally believe that we shouldn't move. Stamford Bridge is our home,
But
it has like
we're going to have to play somewhere else for 2 years.
Spurs moving hasn't done anything for them. They haven't won a trophy since they've moved to their new place.
True, but does it not piss you off that a team like Spurs, who think like that they have a stadium as if to say they're a big club, and look at our stadium, like by rights we should be having a better stadium than them. Because
literally
we are like by default the biggest club in London. We're the only club in London to won everything. So,
but I feel like if we were going to get a new stadium, I'd want them to rebuild on Stamford Bridge. I wouldn't want them to make it bigger, make it better. I upgrade it, but I wouldn't want them to move us somewhere else, because Stamford Bridge is where we've all grown up watching football at, where we've been to these matches at,
and the local pubs and restaurants.
Literally, you've got that weird thing though, isn't you? You've got that weird thing where he owns everything apart from the pitch. He doesn't actually own the pitch at Stamford Bridge, so it's like he has to negotiate with them before he can sign
so
on.
Annoying.
I know, right?
Literally.
That's what. I think that was a Ken Bates deal. I think he did that. But yeah, they don't. He doesn't. He owns everything apart from the thing his team plays on. So it's like. But
that can stay the same though. That doesn't have to move. Like if you're talking about that pitch, everything else can be expanded. The only thing that actually doesn't need to move is the actual pitch itself, which is very clever.
Yeah,
but no, I don't think I'd want to see it move.
I don't. Yeah, I think I don't know if they miss a deadline or something where they have to submit plans, but they have when they want to build on something, they have to submit plans to like the council or something. I don't know if they've already missed that but you know, it's something that needs to be done. You know, Stamford Bridge is great. I remember sitting, you know, when they built the West Stand, when they were building that, I don't know how they did this, but they sold tickets for you to sit on concrete while they were building it. So I remember watching games on that. But it's like, it needs to be done. Stamford Bridge is great.
Due for an upgrade.
It's classic, but it needs an upgrade, man.
No, I agree.
I do like the classic design, but we deserve an upgrade. We need
we are in need of it. But as far as I'm concerned, like I would like to see something better.
Newcastle got a bigger stadium.
I should go before
they don't win rubbish.
I should go before the upgrade.
You should.
I should go before the upgrade. I've never been.
Have you not, Prime?
What, Prime? No, you can't not do this to me, like Prime.
Wait, hold on, Prime. You don't live in London, isn't it? So.
Oh no, I do. I grew up in Ireland.
Yeah, this is the problem. This is the problem I have. He lives in London. He doesn't have an excuse now. Like his excuses went out the window when he moved to London.
Right, Prime. As soon as this nonsense is over.
No, it's COVID. I do have an excuse.
Yeah, Prime. Literally, the minute that like this is over, we are taking you to Stamford Bridge. Like, I can't not have you see it before. Like,
criminal. It's almost criminal.
Take a nice picture beside the European Cup.
Yeah.
Take that. Yeah.
Just all our cups to be there, like
through like the wall of fame where we literally literally like all of our achievements, all of our trophies, the timeline as well. I love it. The one that's opposite the armory shop.
I've been outside it.
Oh.
We could get you a picture by that Mount mural. You know,
yeah, I saw that map mural before it got unveiled in that video. I was like, that's a bit cringy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
that's so embarrassing. I can't believe that. I actually can't believe that. All right. Well,
yeah, I walked along it, and I went to like Fulham Broadway and stuff like that. And,
yes, I really actually like the area that the stadium's in as well. It's really nice. So I kind of agree with Charlotte. I don't think they should like move locations.
There's been so many good things that have happened there. It's like moving history. Like you can't do that because you know that the minute it comes down London, they're going to build flats on it and it's going to be forgotten about and it's not going to be like remembered about.
Like what happened to the old Highbury Stadium in Arsenal.
Literally, like it's just going to be forgotten about, and I don't really want it getting forgotten
about. Arsenal have been forgotten about. That's
Roman
like stadium, like
actually loves our club. That's not going to happen. Roman actually loves our club. That's not going to happen.
Well, to be fair, like they did leave like the front part, the old part of the stadium. They left that, so that's untouched, like the old Highbury entrance. But behind it, obviously, it's just flats, like apartments and stuff. But like nobody's allowed to touch like the entrance to like this is Highbury. But yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think it would be rude to move it. Like I feel like there'd be a lot of hate for like moving it, like. If you think like, if you think the fact that like that like oh god, Prime, this has happened.
What?
Prime is your
Laporte saying crazier
than
Burnley players bowlers. Well, David said Burnley players are bowlers based on the fact of they outperform their XG. What I said about Laporte, he's not world class. That's not crazy to say. The fact that I can name better defenders in the league just as good or better than him is not crazy to say.
David
the fact that I don't think he would start
Burnley's team
ahead of
Leicester's Newcastle's team, which is not true.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so David said that Burnley's squad of players is better. No, he said the squad and the manager is better than Newcastle's squad. And the manager, yes, Sean Dyche is a better manager than Steve Bruce. I agree with that. I agree with that. But the Burnley squad team is not better than the players that Newcastle have. Like
Yeah,
Newcastle would do better with a better manager. That's clear for everybody to see.
Ooh,
Whereas I don't think Burnley would do better with another manager.
What? Is this based on individual players or how the squad works?
Individual players.
I think individual players I think they're just as good as each other.
No.
I need to
take
a look at that Newcastle squad, man. I need to take a look at it.
No, well, Newcastle only edge it because they have Wilson, Maximin, and they have 2 good goalkeepers. Other than that,
that's what I mean. I need to take a look at the rest because no one pops off in my brain.
I would take Burnley's defense.
You take the goalkeeper.
Nick Pope's not better than Mendy, so no. I take their defense.
I think he is, in my opinion. I think he is. I have to disagree with you on that one, Prime. I think he is. But before we get carried away, I'm going to have to head off and have some dinner. So
perfect. Lams, before you go, do you want to shout out your socials where people can find you?
Indeed. So I'm on Instagram. That's my handle right there as well. You can also find me on Midnight Vibe Show on the Terrace and on the Chelsea Ladies Show on GNA TV. I also do a show Bits and Bobs called What Now, and we have a new co-host joining us. So there'll be 3 of us doing that, and you'll know who that is soon as well. Also, for tomorrow's episode of the Chelsea Ladies Show, I shall be hosting that. So definitely tune in. I'm taking over from Jem and Ad. So so huge responsibility.
Finally, get those 2 guys out of there.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Well, I mean, they're not ladies, so it's about time, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's where.
Wait, hold on. Where's your Twitter?
I don't have Twitter.
Why don't you have Twitter? We've discussed this.
Okay,
I don't understand. For the same reason that David doesn't.
No, David's a coward. You're not. It's fine.
David doesn't get Twitter because they won't pay him.
I haven't had Twitter. I deleted Twitter in 2015. I just never got back to it. The only social media I really use is Instagram anyway, and even that I find is too much sometimes. But I don't know. I'll see how I feel if things go.
It's that current mood.
Twitter, maybe I don't know.
No, I'd avoid Twitter now because you just get so many petty things on there.
Yeah, and, people tell me this as well. So when people ask me why I don't have Twitter, and then they're just like, yeah, do you know what, actually Twitter's not that great, and I'm like, I know, this is why I don't have it.
Literally, you're doing the right thing, to be fair.
I'm all about positivity, trying to send positive messages. I don't really, so Twitter's just gonna bring me all the way down, oh well, there goes that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But definitely see you guys soon. Charlotte, I'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Yes, I will.
All right. Enjoy, guys. Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
I mean, what are your thoughts on the Spurs game right now?
Boring.
Mane should have had them 2-0 up.
I mean, should have, but they're not.
I mean,
yeah, but if this was Mane 2 seasons ago and last season, he would have netted that by now. He would have netted that.
That was a tame.
He's off form.
Everyone's probably going to go, that's a great Loris save. No, man, that was a weak shot.
Yeah.
You know, people get misconstrued though. When a player plays bad, they all they say is, "Oh yeah, you know that they've lowered in quality." No, Kante's off form due to injuries, and Mane is just off form. So Salah was off. I don't think Salah had a great start to the season last season. To be honest with you, that's why I think Mane's better. So it is what it is, isn't it?
No, you're
I've got a comment. Can we all agree Kepa is better than Leno?
No.
But joke of the year, that is. That's not even. No.
Prime will probably say he is, but you know.
Prime's prime. He always says this. I
mean, don't get me wrong. There's not much in it because Leno's crap as well. So
no, I don't think Leno's crap. I think he's good, but just hasn't got good defenders in front of him.
He's a good number 2. That's what he is.
Nah.
No, I agree. Controversial statement: Kane is a better striker than
Oh,
Rooney.
for fuck's sake.
Ooh.
No, I'm not having that. I'm not having that. I don't care how many goals you reached at what stage in your career. Rooney will always have a bigger stamp to Manchester United. Even with top quality players like Van Persie in the team, he still have made a mark. Kane only shines because there's shit players in Tottenham, so I'm not hearing it.
Who said about Kepa?
Is Kane
Kane is better striker than Rooney.
a better
No, he isn't.
striker than Rooney? Yes.
No, he isn't.
Rooney is so weird. He's like.
So
you know what? They're kind of like. Can I ask? They're also kind of like the same because Kane's. Sorry,
is Kane a better striker than Rooney? Would that take away the medals? If you take away the medals,
can I just say Rooney?
Rooney as well. Kane could wait 1 sec as well. Because he's playing.
Because I was going to say Kane's like Rooney as well. Because they both.
Hold on, I can't hear both of you. Hold
Sorry.
on, Prime, carry on first.
My God.
Prime. What?
No, I'm
Prime,
done.
you know you've put your camera on, right?
No, I mean now. No, I'm done. I think they're similar aspects. I mean, Kane could break Kane will break the goal scoring record in the Prem. Maybe only the trophies thing that might hamper him, but to say Kane on the same level as Rooney when his career ends, that's not a crazy shout.
I could. Can you say they're very similar as players? Because
no.
No. Hang on a minute, because Rooney and Kane, they were out and out like sort of strikers to begin with, and now they've seemed to do. Rooney towards the end of his career started dropping more as like a cam, like a 10, right? Same as now as what Kane's doing with Son at Tottenham. So they've been pretty similar in that sense.
I don't think they are at all.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I think
honestly, I'm a gooner, and I don't want Kane to be better than anyone, but I've got to say they're on the same level.
In terms of talent, Rooney takes that because this guy used to score free kicks and fucking score goals from outside of the play. Harry Kane has never scored a hat trick in his life.
Kane does that as well.
And he's never scored what?
Kane, listen, it doesn't matter how many goals you score or any of that. I just think in terms of what they bring to a team, I think Rooney takes that. And I think that's the most important part of your game. So I think Rooney's way better than Kane.
But you not think Kane's evolved his game this
I
season?
think they both bring the same thing to a team. I think they both bring the same thing to it. They're both talismans. They both bring this.
Unless Kane adds medals to his CV, Rooney's always going to be viewed as probably the better player.
Yeah.
Overall.
But if goals doesn't mean anything,
this is where I say Kane has got to come out of Tottenham.
Kane will.
Okay, can we just stop this for a second? But if goals doesn't mean anything, by that logic, Lingard is better than Bruno based on medals.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Hassan, honestly, go and look back, go and read Think You're Thinking.
Would you like to comment on that?
Honestly.
Yeah, well, he said the same thing in my chat. I actually hear where he's coming from, but in terms of quality, Lingard will never reach the heights of our midfielders. He will never reach the heights of Fred, Bruno, Pogba. He will never reach the heights of that. Like Lingard, he could be a good player, yeah, but ultimately, for you to be compared to players, like the main amount of times you're going to be compared to a player has been at your team. He doesn't reach the lengths of those players, so. To be honest with you, yes, there's a player in Lingard. Is he fit for United? No.
Can I?
Because he's not good enough, bro.
Can I just ask this?
No, you said, wait, hold on. You said reach the heights. What does that mean? I ask.
As in, he doesn't reach their level.
That's a fair point.
Okay,
Charlotte, can I say this?
Hold on,
what do you mean by no? I've got a point in this. What do you mean by level?
As in. So, as a player, what they contribute to, what they bring to a team, all that, Lingard does nothing.
Okay, but Lingard, when you guys won what was it? The FA Cup, Field, Carabao Cup, and the Europa League. That little year or that little spell, Lingard was one of United's most important players. He was scoring big goals in big games.
That's the past, though. Prime is overall
You've got
career.
to
He's
do it.
not on the
You've
lens
got
of
to
those
keep doing
four.
it on a consistent basis.
Kane is down again.
Can we
Okay,
just-
fine.
then he hasn't
No,
done
no. Hold on. Can we just comment for a second on the fact that Eric Dyer and Harry Kane are both down? Like
Prime's
they are-
lagging, I think.
Are they?
Prime, are you lagging? 'Cause on
Yeah,
my
they're
screen, you're
both
lagging.
down.
Can
Harry
I
Kane's just gone up and he's limping badly.
Same ankle.
look? Can I just say what like the thing about Lingard is that Lingard probably with that FA Cup win and that you could say little period. Yeah, he was a good player. I wouldn't say he was the essential player, but he was a good player. Right, Bruno Fernandes. As soon as he's come in from January as Man United, it's not so much as been as top quality cam as we sort of called it. Right, he's been sort of changing the mentality as well as at Man United. Is that now they've like looking at trying to win a title, so it's a bit more than just like buying a centre forward. They've actually changed like the
I
way
disagree
they
with you,
think.
actually.
I don't think
But
anyone's understanding the I
think now Jesse Lingard, there's a reason he's not in the team, right? And Jesse Lingard now is pretty much like you might as well subscribe him to Strictly Come Dancing.
I still don't think you understand the point I'm trying to make. I don't think any of you guys
Right, Prime, go on.
When ad says never reached the heights and stuff, the reason why I ask is because I don't know if you're talking about ability or what is.
No, I already said
Lingard again, like I said, has turned up in big games and turned up in your runs to winning those trophies and stuff. So
you see where my logic is. If it's Harry Kane debate, medals be put in. But if I use a crap player and use medals ability, it's brought into conversation. You see why I said that Lingard statement?
No.
Prime is lagging. I can't hear him. He keeps cutting out.
Maybe it's me, my enclopy. I can't get it. Sorry, I can't get it.
Yeah, let's make it.
Rooney or Kane are crap. You know what I mean? We're saying they're good players.
No, we're not. We're saying they're good players.
They're both world class, so I'm not going to dispute that.
But if there's a debate between the two of them, if you go by an overall career, you'd have to say obviously Rooney is at the moment by miles. You know,
of course Harry Kane can get there. Of course Harry Kane can get there. Of course he can. He's 27. But all I'm trying to say is, that like it's very hard these days. It's very hard. 1 second. It's very hard these days because it's very rare as well to see players at the age of 27 and then go through such a great patch. If both Rooney and Harry Kane, both their primes currently for Kane and back in the day for Rooney, and they both reached the age of 27. We've seen them in their prime netting like fucking 2+ goals, even 3 in games as well. So to be honest with you, I understand why Kane gets gassed up, and I understand why Aubameyang isn't no longer in the conversation of best striker in the Premier League, because Harry Kane is the best striker in the Prem at the moment.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point Kane has outscored Rooney. I think. Or he's supposed to be doing it.
Can I?
Yeah, he's very close. I think he is. Yeah.
No, not.
Can I
not
just say as well? I think. Hang on.
Prime's lagging, Stephen. He's lagging.
At this stage in their career, is not overall quality, or not overall career.
Can I just add is that I think for Kane, if you want to make this argument about, you could say if you take away the medals, you could say like they're literally like on the same level as each other. Right, and I think Kane could actually exceed that, and that's me saying that as a gooner, right? Yeah. Is even I've had to concede that the fact that Aubameyang's maybe a top goal scorer, right, and he's just having a bad season this season, but Harry Kane as a striker is a lot better. But in terms of if you want to include medals into this, I think the best thing for Kane, this is the thing where it's bringing Kane down, is that he's stuck at Tottenham.
Yeah.
if he wants to win something, he is gonna. If he's gonna have to win something significant like a Premier League or Champions League, right? Sorry, Charles, I don't care what you say. He's gonna have to fuck off that and get out of Tottenham.
No, but
Like,
I've said
same as
this.
Son,
I've
and
said
same
this.
as other, because
I've
Son is
literally
just
said
as
this for so long.
Son could be a world class player. Son could be
Do you
a
know what
world
the problem
class player
is?
as well,
I've
but he
said
needs
this.
to leave.
Harry Kane is getting on in his age. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm saying he's getting on in his career. He's 29 now. Like, he
He's getting
hasn't got that
injuries
long
now.
left. Like, his injuries are reoccurring. Like, if you
27.
want to win something, he's genuinely going to have to leave Tottenham because he's not going to win anything. He can be Spurs for life all he wants. But if he wants to put his career first and actually have some trophies on his resume when he retires, he has to leave Spurs.
Let's put it this way.
So
If he wants to win anything in a white shirt, it's going to have to be winning it with Real Madrid. Not
Guys,
Tottenham.
what, right, 1 second. I don't get this. At the start of the season, we were all saying Tottenham have a chance to win stuff with Jose Mourinho in charge. They're in a final now. If they win that, that's one thing he's won. I'd say right now, when it comes to Europa League as well, they're in that as well.
But we're talking about
But we're
Premier
talking
League.
about like a Premier League or a
I'm
Champions
He's not
League.
going to ever win a
Something
Premier
like Wayne
League.
Rooney has
He's not going
done.
to be. He's
Rooney
never
has
going to
not
win a
won
Premier
Champions
League.
Leagues.
Kane will
Guys, hold
never
on.
win a Premier League. He won't because he's dedicated to Tottenham.
Wait, how can you
He's
say he's
dedicated.
never going to win a Premier League?
Because
If
he's
he leaves
dedicated
the
to
club-
Tottenham.
If he leaves the club, he'll
cool,
win the
but
Premier
that
League.
doesn't mean he won't win a Premier League.
You cut out
But we know
Prime. What
what
did you say?
Tottenham have done.
I
We
think
had a
Spurs-
good chance.
I think Spurs, if they continue along their trajectory and they build properly, I'm not even saying with Jose, but just with an actual, they get in a quality manager after him and they build correctly, I think they can win a Champions League within 4 or 5 seasons. There's no reason why if they can't win a Champions League, they can't win a Premier League.
I'm a legend. You keep cutting out.
What?
Did no one hear what I said?
Yeah, but the thing is, they've got a brilliant chance this season. They had a brilliant chance at some point this season, right? Okay, people might say, yeah, well, they're not mathematically out of it, but they showed when they were top of the table this season that they bottled it and bottled it and bottled it again.
Stephen, it's not a bottle if they're not favourites for 1. 2, this season for them is not.
When they've had the opportunity, they've not taken it.
Stephen, I'm not finished. This season is not about them winning the league. It's about getting a winning mentality. If anyone's actually expecting Spurs to win the league this season, I'm sorry.
Prime, I'm not. I didn't say Tottenham. I didn't say Tottenham expected to win the league, right? But what I'm saying is that, like for example, right? You say about establishing a winning mentality, right? When say Chelsea decided when Chelsea won their first Premier League title, right? The first thing they did is win the Carabao Cup, right? Now, granted, the Carabao Cup is now extended to April, right? But if you've got an opportunity like this, you have still got to take those opportunities. And I'm sorry,
Stephen.
And they're doing what they do every season.
Back when Chelsea won our first title, Stephen. Back when Chelsea won our first title, the only other competitors around, well, obviously Arsenal's Invincibles and Man United, we were in the title race that season. But if we didn't win the Carabao Cup to get that winning mentality and push us over the line, I don't know if we would have won the league. Probably not. At least it would have been close. And the fact that the Carabao Cup should be played next month? We're in a normal season. If it was played, Spurs win it. Who's to say they don't have enough to get over the line and win the league this season? We don't know.
Me, I'm telling you, they don't. They've waited long enough to not win the Premier League. They've waited long enough. You know what? No. Do you know what the problem I have is that they got close enough with Poch in that final, and they bottled it then. Like, yes, they have a new manager, and they're actually performing well.
Throw him under the bus.
But how long has Harry Kane been at Spurs? How many Premier League titles has he won? None. How many Premier League titles? Looking at it like in a realistic way, I'm not looking at it biased or anything. I'm looking at it realistically.
When you want to Conte, for example.
Hold on, 2 seconds. It doesn't look like he's going to win one at Spurs. It genuinely doesn't look good for him. And I personally believe that if he left, and I've said this for a long time, he'll have to leave before he gets a Premier League or a Champions League. I'm not saying he can't win the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup or the Europa League. But what I'm saying is if he wants that Premier League, and he wants that Premier League, that's the one thing he wants, and you know he wants it. If he wants that, he's going to have to leave and go to another club. And that's not me being a dick. That's a fact.
Then, all right, but you say no bias. And why is it that I think that he can win one there?
That's just your opinion.
But Prime, he's 27. He's getting into like the end bit of his career. Like he's not at his prime anymore. He's not at his prime anymore. He's got injuries. He's got recurring ankle injuries. Like,
and plus now you've got Mourinho, where if he doesn't win something instantly, if he doesn't win something instantly, it will all go downhill, like it did with Man United.
Well, no, it won't. Not really. 27, he's in his prime. He's a year into his prime. He's nowhere near.
I mean,
who?
I think.
Wait, who's not in their prime? You're saying
Harry
Kane's
Kane.
not in his prime? He is.
He's in his prime.
Yeah, I just said.
You know what? I think with injuries, it's affects whether you're in your prime or not, and his injury affects being in his prime. Because do you know what? Before this injury, he was in his prime. He's got this injury, and he struggled with it, and you could all admit he struggled with this injury. That for me, age-wise, it affects his prime. Age-wise, he's in his prime.
I'll give you an example.
What?
I'll give you an example on that in terms of injuries. No, he's nowhere near Kane's level, right? But I'll give you an example of someone being affected by injuries, that the fact that their prime really didn't matter, right?
Danny Welbeck.
Jack Wilshere was supposed to be a great fucking talent, right? At 16 years old, he was all tipped to be like a great midfielder, the next best thing for England, right? But his injuries from 16 and onwards were so bad that even when he got to his prime, no one noticed him because he just kept getting injury after injury after injury.
Even you can't even compare the two situations because Jack.
No. I'm not comparing the players. I'm just comparing the fact that what I'm just saying is that, like, if you keep getting injuries, you
still cannot compare the two situations. Wilshere was average.
He was average because he never got time on the pitch because he was always injured.
I disagree.
Okay,
I think he was average.
That's not my fault. But anyway, my point about Kane is, what injury is it you're particularly talking about?
Well, the ankle injury, like since he's had that operation,
his ligament in his ankle.
His ligaments in his ankle, like that was a bad one. He was out for a while.
The one he got last season, you're talking about?
What, the one he's got last season or the season before? Like, there's been
this time of year it keeps recurring.
You know what? Can I tell you why? He's overplayed. He has played in every match, and the more you overplay a player, and this is fact now. This isn't even me chatting shit. This is a fact. The more every time you play a player in every match, you're overworking him. And Harry Kane doesn't get a rest. He doesn't. Like,
no.
He literally is every Premier League game he goes, he's in the starting 11. The man doesn't get a break. That's how.
But then, Charlotte, you can't blame that for Spurs.
I'm not blaming Spurs. I'm not blaming Spurs, but what I'm saying is, the more you rely on a player, the less likely he is to go into his prime time as a footballer, being fit and healthy, and have these injuries that make you have to wrap him in bubble wrap, because if he gets an injury in his ankle, you know he's going to be out for the rest of the season. Like if he gets another tackle on his ankle, you know he's going to be out for the rest of the season. He's already had 2 tackles on the ankle.
I don't think it's a Spurs factor. I think it's an England factor.
Well, all I'm going to say is, before we move on, all I want to say is, your prime is expected. Your prime is expected to be at 27, but there are players whose primes are actually at like either 28 or 26, actually. So yes, maybe Kane can get better, but he's meant to be in his prime at the moment. He's doing bits. So.
All right. Cool.
So I've got a question. Someone's commented Ronaldinho or Neymar.
That's not a question.
Why is that a question?
Well, I mean, it's not even close.
I mean, it's obviously not a question, but I mean,
maybe they're partly on it. He'll say Ronaldinho every time.
Liverpool have just got a goal. Liverpool have just got a goal. Yeah,
Someone have scored because I'm behind.
Firmino.
I said Firmino will get a goal.
That was
Charlotte.
really
Let's go.
Maybe Hassan's asking whether Ronaldo.
Charles, where you at, man? Where are you at?
Hold on. Prime, what are you trying to say? Prime, what are you trying to say?
Oh, right.
I've been trying to talk for like 5 minutes, but
okay, everyone's not talking. Let Prime speak.
It doesn't matter. The conversation has moved on, but like you guys keep interrupting me, so it's fine.
No, come on.
No, carry on.
The conversation has moved on anyway, so it's fine.
Come on, say your
Prime,
piece.
come on. Say your piece. I've just muted people. Come on.
The conversation has moved past it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, come
no,
on.
I've just muted everybody for you to do this.
Conversation, but it's past it anyway. It doesn't matter.
Big up to Yannicka. Yannicka is here.
You muted me. Why?
You guys were talking while I was trying to say something.
I just want to say hello. Hello. I've not even had a word yet. But...
Oh my god.
What?
It's okay. I've just muted him again. We're okay. Yeah, I mean, this first half was very dreary. I think there's a poor goal from Liverpool and Spurs. Spurs conceded poorly.
How long is this going to go on?
Pardon?
Half time, isn't it?
It's half time, yeah.
Yeah. How long is this stream going to go on?
I don't know.
Literally no idea.
Until you finish what you were going to say.
Yeah.
How many bottles won Charlotte's on?
Yeah, this is the. I've just finished my first.
We got to keep going.
I'm only on one.
More wine.
Yeah, I have to wine.
More wine tasting.
Yeah, Yannicka, please
what's the wine this time?
So I've got a lovely Sauvignon Blanc from dating back to 2012. Got a lovely 2012 Sauvignon Blanc. Beautiful. It's going down a treat, you know.
Is that because you won the Champions League that year?
How did you know? Got to bang out the
Champions League.
What?
Spell Champions League.
Say hello now.
Hello.
Arsenal fans wouldn't know how to. They'd never won it. So.
I thought you said stop flirting with Charlotte, but there you go.
Yes, ads coming in with the guns blazing.
What? They haven't. Yeah,
I know. Okay, so we've got here Haaland or Lewandowski. This one should be good. Take away the medals.
No, Lewandowski.
That's such a dumb question.
Mm-hmm.
Can't compare the two because Haaland's like what? How old?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by Yannicka.
Yancy.
You have your top of the league at the minute.
Yeah.
Congrats. How are you feeling about that?
I've said all season, like, this season's been one of them where it's so up and down, like one loss and you're kind of going down 3 places. So I'm happy with the way City are playing. I've said all season, like, City like seasons like this where it's very close because they like to come out on top in these situations. So that's what makes me a little bit more confident. But yeah, it's early days. Like I say, 2 losses and you're looking at 4th, 5th, 6th place. So so far so good. But this season's just been so unpredictable. Like, I would have never ever thought Man United would lose yesterday. So
Yeah, no, I think everyone was
like that,
shocked.
you just don't know.
But then I feel like Man City haven't really been brought into the title race this season. Like you've and I think it's a bad thing because I personally think Man City are going to win the league this season. Like, that's been my opinion. But I mean, I think that they haven't really been brought into the title chase or challenge for a while now. People have been saying like Spurs, Leicester, Everton, like Man United. They've said all these, and Liverpool. They've said all this, but they haven't said City. But now it's coming to bite you on the back because City in the last few games, and I'm not cursing anything, but for the last few games, City have kind of turned up to the City that we've seen a championship kind of, the championship side, kind of the determined, the 5-0 kind of wins kind of City. How long do you think that's going to like, do you think they can win the league and do you think it's going to continue?
I I never rule City out until it's mathematically impossible. I think last season I could tell from quite early on we weren't going to win it. We started okay, and then I think there was the draw against Spurs, and after that game we just kind of declined. We didn't look great, and I think it was quite obvious Liverpool were going to run away with it.
Yeah.
So last season, no, but a lot of the seasons where it's been like this, like 2014 was kind of like this. I think Arsenal were top at this time. After 22 games, Arsenal were top. I think Liverpool were third, and City were fourth, and it ended up being us two in the title race at the end. So it kind of is a little bit like 2014, points-wise. But 2016 was like this as well, and that ended up being Leicester on top. So I wouldn't say, like people are saying, congratulations on the title. I think it's a bit early for that because this season's so unpredictable. But I think City do at the moment look best placed.
I mean, I personally believe that like the title race is going to and everyone like quotes me on this because they're like, nah, this isn't true. But I think it's going to be a Man City Liverpool title race. Like at the very end, that I believe that too, and I think that Man City are only going to clinch it by a couple of points. I don't think it's going to be like crazy, but I don't. Everyone's like, oh, but it's so unpredictable. But I'm like, you can just see that like if City perform how they're continuing to perform, you know that it's kind of game over for everyone else because Liverpool are so unpredictable at the minute. Liverpool could turn up and actually like. Turn it around, but the minute like they seem to have been so affected by players out, and I've had this discussion with so many Liverpool fans is the fact that they can't rely on players. Like, but I feel like Man City have definitely come back to the City that we all know. Which, like, what do you think caused them to come back to that? Like,
can I just ask another question?
Hold on. I'm asking Yannicka a question.
Yeah, sorry.
Yannicka, continue, please.
Do you know what? I think like City, I said at the start of the season, if City buy a defender, we should be fine. Because I think last season it was our defence. Like we had so many problems in our defence. Obviously Diaz has come in. He's 10 times better than I thought he would be. I knew he'd come in and be good, but I didn't know he'd be as good as he's been. Going forward, City don't ever really have a problem. Even last season, I think we either scored the most amount of goals or we were near the top, but we always tend to be near the top. So the start of the season, we were struggling to score. I knew that wouldn't last all season. But yeah, it's nice to see people like Gundogan. He is a big game player. Like if you look at his goals over the years at City, it's always Champions League or a top six that he scores against. But yeah, he's been on fire. Bernardo Silva, to be fair to him, always steps up when De Bruyne is out. Looks like he's doing it again. So it's nice to see. Like, I'm very happy with City at the moment. I never really rule this out because I think a lot of the time when City lose, people kind of look at it as, oh, yeah, City are shit, they can't win. But if you look at the performances, even in our losses, we weren't getting battered.
Yeah.
Like we were playing, we just weren't scoring and then conceding at the run.
Yeah. But you guys have got the highest goal difference out of all of them, which says something at the minute. You've got like 23 while Liverpool are on 16, which says something, even though you had a dip, like you've come back fighting for this title. And I don't know what it is, what Pep's done, but like, I don't know what he's been giving them, but let me tell you, they've been eating their ready bread and banana. Because let me tell you, they have turned up. Like,
I don't think.
Can I ask? Sorry, can I ask a question to Lindsay?
Calp Scout on there, mate. Calp. You know what I mean?
Matt, just shush for a second.
Yeah, child, Matt. For God's sake, I know it's your channel, but shush. When Man City come back to the Champions League, for example, do you feel that Pep, because he's not won the Champions League with City, and we pretty much know that he's been dragged in there to win you a Champions League, right? Yeah. Do you feel that he will prioritize that over the league? And do you think you still have the squad depth to be able to challenge for both?
I think obviously every City player wants to win the Champions League. Pep obviously wants to win it as well. The good thing about City is we do take every competition seriously. So I think even if he does prioritise one over the other, I think we will still. We won't want to like throw the title to win the Champions League because I think with cup competitions, it's never guaranteed. You know, I'd say we're better than Spurs, but anything can happen in that final and we might not win the Carabao Cup. So I think as much as I would like the Champions League, I would never like to put all our eggs in the Champions League basket just because I think anything can happen in the final and we could lose. So it's one of them that I think we'll win it when we least expect it. I really think it's one of them things that we'll win when we're not doing so well in the league. So I don't know if we'll win it this season. What Pep did do at the start of the season is kind of change the way we play a little bit. So we became a little bit more defensive. And I think that's why we were struggling in the beginning to win games because we weren't creating as much. And I think he's kind of got the balance right now. Obviously, Diaz has helped with that. But we've kind of got the balance right. And I think that is kind of more suited a little bit to Europe as well. So I'll have to see how it goes. But the Champions League, at the start of the season when we were struggling in the league, we were flying in the Champions League. So I'm hoping that we can kind of keep that going. But I do think it's one of them competitions where you need a bit of luck. And so far, City just haven't had any. You know, when it's
because I honestly think
hold on. Ads. Do you want to address something right now?
Yeah, I just want to go back to the earlier point that someone made. All I'm going to say is, right, Liverpool, for me, listen, Liverpool and City, yes, they could potentially be the last two standing teams. And then before that, someone said that everyone was just drawing attention away from City. For me, I'll be real right now. I've always said I think Liverpool would have finished above. I think City would have finished above Liverpool this season, and if that means that they will win the league, fair enough. So be it. They're a team that are dedicated to winning stuff, like Jan just said, and it's true. And I think, to be honest with you, a lot of people have actually been discrediting what United have done this season. I'll be real with you because I don't. The thing is, Tottenham are in our position for now. Imagine if they are, and we're in Tottenham's position. Everyone would be gassing up Tottenham. I don't know what it is. Some people just can't accept that Manchester United are doing well. I don't get what it is. I know we're inconsistent. And I understand your point, Charlotte, about how Liverpool and Man City could be the last two teams at the end.
Yeah.
But Liverpool are just as inconsistent as us. So yeah, I think United have to be in that conversation.
I'm not taking Man U out the conversation. I'm genuinely not. Like, I haven't said like the Man U aren't going to win anything. Like, they have a chance still, but I think when it gets to the last couple of games, I think it'll be Liverpool and Man City. I don't know if the problem I have is that like Man U have never done this well before. Like, it's been a while since they've got to like this kind of stage. And I just don't know if it's the consistency for me. I don't know if they can keep it up. It's like, no, you're right. Liverpool have been inconsistent, but they've still managed to get like top three. Like, I just don't know if they can, because Man U haven't been competing with them. Oh my God, this is banter.
Wait a minute. I've got to get my bottle. Sorry, got to get my bottle. Sorry.
Oh mate, this is bad.
Can I just throw in something here? I can't wait till that is proven wrong from you, Charles. The fact that you might lose the Carabao Cup. Yannicka will have something to say about the Carabao Cup, and I'm pretty sure she'll think Man City will win that, right?
Do you know what? Our record against Spurs is not great, so I wouldn't say we've definitely won it.
But in finals?
Our record in finals and the Carabao Cup has been good. So I think it'll be a toss-up of that. Also, Pep's only ever lost to one manager in a final, which was Jose. So it's not looking really, really easy or good for City. But I think we are the better team. So it just depends how we play on the day. It adds in relation to what you were saying about United. I think it's just one of them things where, because the league's been very inconsistent, I think people are just thinking people are saying it's a false position. Obviously, it's not a false position because you were there because you got the most points. But I think people were just thinking that's not how it's going to end. Kind of like Arsenal. Like I say, Arsenal in 2014 were top of the league after 22 games. but they weren't seen as clear title favourites because people thought at that time they wouldn't win it, which is what happened. So I'm not saying Arsenal couldn't have won it, but at the time people didn't see it, and I think that's what people are thinking about Man United.
Arsenal would never win anything
No,
again.
do you know what I think as well? No, do you know what I think is? Can I also just think as well? 2013-14, if we went out in January and actually in the summer backed it up with not just Mesut Ozil and actually got a striker and a centre back, we could have that people could actually make us more serious as title challengers at that point because we'd have more strength in depth. But in terms of, say, Man United, I've never discredited Man United the way they've been. They've clearly moved forward. If you can't see that, you've got an agenda, honestly. Right? As a club, they've moved forward. And right, so you can't deny that. And then you just can't deny what Ollie's done. Right? The only thing for me is that I think people not crediting Man United maybe because of what Man United have done in the past. Man United's expectations has always been winning leagues, winning Champions Leagues, right? With that reputation with Ferguson, so they expect so much from that club. Whereas if Tottenham, if they were in Tottenham's position or what Tottenham have done right now, everyone will be going gassed about Tottenham because Tottenham haven't won leagues, they haven't won Champions Leagues, they've never got to that level.
Yeah, right? But I know it's been ages since we've done anything.
Not got to that level. Look, bottle, empty, bottle job.
But all I'm gonna say is I know it's been a while since United have actually done anything big, but all I'm gonna say is I listen, I understand where you and Jan are coming from, especially because I know what you guys feel about United, because I've spoken to you both separately about it, and I respect where you lot are coming from. But the majority of rival fans are literally discrediting us, saying, "Oh yeah, I see. I roughly see Liverpool and Man City topping Manchester United with ease, and them two ending it together." No. Hold on. Who's been more consistent this season, Man United or Liverpool? Man United. So I think personally, you should cut both of them out of it if that's going to be the case. I think City should just be clear winners. Like I think they will be. But at this current state, At this current state, when it comes to consistency at the moment, we are second place and we are in a title race. So I'm going to just enjoy it and sit back and just watch it unravel.
Question. Do you expect...
Just hold on 2 seconds, Prime. Big up Monster, everyone. Monster, I'm going to chuck the link in the comments. So if you want to come on, jump on.
More people to interrupt me. Do you expect Man United to be in the title running come the end of the season?
Sorry?
Do you expect Man United to be in the title running come the end of the season? So, like, what is it? April, May?
That's a good question. Well, if I'm going to be realistic, no, because we're inconsistent.
Okay,
but I'd
cool.
like to us to be.
Okay, cool. And the vast majority of people don't expect Man United to be there, but they expect Liverpool and City to be there. How does that discredit Man United?
I think Liverpool should be discounted as well because they've just been as inconsistent as us, and I think that 1 second, Prime, 1 second. But that's why I understand why people say that City are they feel like City will win the league. Running away with it, that's a bit far fetched because we're not that far into the season yet.
Okay, cool. No one has said. I haven't heard it. No one has said run away.
Zayn has said that. So.
Okay, but again, I don't really listen to what Zayn says. Not many people do it anyway. But when it comes to the title running, if people don't expect Man United to be there, and you said yourself you don't think Man United will be there, so those two aren't favourites for the title, or they're not one of the favourites for the title, then I don't think it's Man United. It doesn't matter if you're top now or you're second now. If you're not going to be there come the running, then it's not discredited for Man United.
Hopefully we can hopefully we can be just consistent. If we're consistent, then we have a chance. Because I've seen consistent patches. If we can keep the consistency rate up, then I don't see why not. But all I'm going to say is, if it's discounted that Liverpool and City are seen as the two favourites, when Liverpool's current state isn't as great as us, then I don't know how that's fair. To be real.
Yeah, but Liverpool have the experience to get to be in the title running.
Well,
I think United will just fall away because they haven't faced. United haven't passed any of the tests they faced.
You know what I think it is, though?
Can we just talk about the fact that it's 2-1 Liverpool-Tottenham? Like
2-1.
2-1. I thought it was
Yeah.
2-0.
Spurs have literally just got a what
Oh,
a
don't say
goal!
that.
Oh,
What a bloody goal as well! Like
Fucking hell.
What?
oh,
That is a
from
corker of a
Hoberg.
goal.
What happened?
It's 2-1.
Hoberg got a goal from outside the box.
Hoiberg. Game on.
Literally.
Oh, don't fuck this up, Liverpool, please.
The 2-2.
It's 2-1.
Oh, listen, Zane's getting finished.
Where's Zane? Where is Zane? Right.
No, it needs to be a draw. This.
No.
I hope it isn't. I want Tottenham to win. I want
No,
Tottenham
I
to
can't.
win so they can get gas
No.
and Liverpool fans can understand they're not at the level they were last
You know,
season.
you know what I think though, Ads? Like you're saying about Man United, I think this season in general, I've said all season, everyone is so reactionary. Because like you lose one game and everyone's like, that's it. Like if City lose to our next game, people will be saying, "Oh, City are not going to win the league," even though we could still be top. Do you know what I mean? After we played our game in half,
Do you know what this season?
it's a long way to go.
Do you know what this season is? This season has been great for this modern age sort of fan base, right? With social media and that, is that we're so reactionary now, and it's the same in every fan base. So, I mean, after Arsenal have won like 3-4 games on the bounce, right, against teams that we should be beating, let's be honest, Newcastle, West Brom, right, everyone's saying Arsenal are back. There's like there's one where they've made a clip video, right, from their show where like a bit someone has mentioned, oh yeah, if we've just got either we can get one of the two, top 4 or winning the league. And I'm like, are you mad?
Yeah, who made that video though? Who made the video?
A gal.
No, the edit.
The edit. Yeah, it was from his show, and he edited it.
Well, that's a gal for you, innit? The guest he brings on.
I know, but and I'm like, he was like, but he didn't come up with any reasons for that, and I'm just like,
even Arsenal are back though. Like you've got to have a world-class manager.
They'll be back if we get a good result in our next couple of games. That's what I've said. We are back if we go against teams like Wolves, Leicester, Man U, and get positive results.
But then you lose against Burnley, Newcastle, Brighton.
I said we'll win 2-1 if we get. I said if we get win 2-1 against Man United, getting it right, then I still say getting a draw would be a positive result for Arsenal. Consider how bad our season's been. Right?
Yeah, but if you beat us, and then but you can beat the Wolves, you can beat Man United, you can beat City, you can beat all these teams.
Wolves
but you look, Stephen, 1 second, Stephen, 1 second, Stephen, 1 second, bro. Listen,
Sorry.
you can beat these big teams, but then you can get slapped up by Brighton, the clubs that are on your the club level you're on at the moment. Arsenal are crap. They will never get back to where they're meant to be, and the reason you won't is because you lot don't have the ambition on the pitch. You don't have the ambition on in the board. Have the ambition in the whole club as well. So your team shit, your board shit, your manager shit. What does that tell you?
I need to get Monstar to answer this because he was apparently we were all going to get condemned. Arsenal fans were getting condemned.
What's a goal? What's a goal back Tottenham, man? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, that is a goal. It is a corker.
Bugger hell.
So, Monster, what do you make of Tuchel, man?
He's an amazing manager. Only thing I'm.
That and the Wolves game
clash. Thiago and Rondon are down.
Yeah, do you think that was a positive result from that Wolves game?
I mean, I would have preferred a win, but Wolves literally put.
Thiago's bleeding, man. Thiago is bleeding.
Oh, that's a header.
Well, to be honest with you, what did Thiago do anyway? So.
But I feel like Monster with like all this like Tuchel chat. Like I feel like people can't actually judge him at the minute. Like he's had one training session and one game, and all the backlash. Like especially on like even BT man. Like have some class. Like they're all like making these little digs about Frank. Like even Michael Owens was like coming up like Frank could have done better in that match.
I don't know,
like,
man.
I'm sorry. Who is Michael Owens? I haven't seen you since you retired. I don't like. What are you doing? Are you managing someone? No,
Charlotte,
you're not managing someone.
You forget, Charlotte, that during his first training session, Tuchel, he took us to 10th.
Oh, what a...
No, this is the thing, right? Like the amount of people that saying like, I think the Lampard say that the people that wanted to keep him in, that no matter what, right, are so upset with it that they've tried to spot every little detail, right, from that game and tried to turn it and twist it because they can't accept it. And I'm just like,
Stephen, it's not just Lampard inners. Lampard outers have done the same, bro. They've said that I've literally heard people. Them, 1 second, Stephen. 1 second. People in their own mouths have said they saw Jorginho in a different light yesterday. That is bullshit.
I mean, come on, it's one game.
That's that's my point though. The Lampard ins and Lampard outs are both making up their own stories. Like, no way was Jorginho different yesterday. He was shit, passing sideways and backwards. That's his game. Yeah, I never saw anything from Kovacic. 1 second, Stephen, 1 second, bro. I never saw anything different from Kovacic and Jorginho. So the Lampard outers and the Lampard inners both can't get Lampard out of their heads. So realistically, the fan base is just in a mess at the moment. No, if they want to admit it, they can. If they don't, that's fine. They're both in a mess, making excuses.
This is the thing with today's fan base. This is what winds me up. Is that like it's one game for God's sake?
Yeah, exactly.
If it's been 10 games on the spin, I'll be like, yeah, okay, I can hear your point now. But like one game and you're already throwing your toys out the pram. For God's sake, right? Honestly, I wonder how sometimes they support football.
That's because because they're not over their man crush being sacked. So you know,
I actually do probably. No,
Andrew, it's not even that though, bro. It's the ones who can't admit that he was there. Like everyone's there saying Jorginho's played better under Tuchel. Like that's rubbish. And then people can't admit that Lampard's gone.
Can I ask actually?
No. Hold on, 2 seconds.
It's making it more reactionary.
Hold on, 2 seconds. Just to clarify, Jorginho has a slow pass, is slow with the ball. He takes his time on the ball. What? He's so slow. His side passing is completely irrelevant. Like he was one of the problems. No. He was one of the problems in yesterday's game. And I'm not even playing this. Like
Jorginho coming back on.
Jorginho was it's 3-1 Liverpool.
Why is Thiago coming back on? He shouldn't be coming back on after a head.
3-1 Liverpool.
It's 3-1 Liverpool. It is 3-1 Liverpool.
Go on.
Why did you just like that ice cream?
What?
Why did you just eat the ice cream?
We literally said 2-1. We literally said 2.
Can I get everyone's thoughts about Thiago coming back on?
Hold on, Stephen. 2 seconds. Monster, I've got a question for you. How do you feel about Jorginho? Talk to me about how you feel about that. Like, do you think that his slow passing and his side passing just isn't right for Tuchel? Also, do you think Tuchel is Chilwell is right under Tuchel with the one passing? Because I kind of found yesterday that Chilwell was struggling with it.
I don't know if it's with Chilwell, it's a fitness thing. I don't know what's up with him. He was terrible yesterday, but he give him some time, maybe he could come good. As for Jorginho, I've never been the biggest fan of Jorginho. I just never thought he's been good enough for us. If I'm being honest. Just not athletic enough. A lot of sideways passing, not enough.
Chilwell isn't fit.
I don't know if he's fit.
Chilwell's not fit though. People have to remember. No, but Chilwell and James, they both haven't been fit since West Ham. Remember, Frank forced them both to play against. Frank put them in to play against Arsenal when they both weren't fit, and Tierney kept roasting because he wasn't fit. So again, I think they both need to work up their fitness.
No, I just didn't know if your opinions were like that. Chilwell wasn't suited for this one pass kind of football that Tuchel's playing, or if it was just his fitness was not up to the scratch that it should be.
The thing is, I would now.
They're checking this Liverpool goal, man. They're checking it
right now.
Right
now, I would give every player.
They hit both of their hands.
Yeah, I'll give every player a chance.
If it hits both of their hands, who do they give it to?
Well,
I think he controlled it off his hand and then kicked it.
Who controlled it off his hand first?
It hit the Spurs player's hand first.
Look at the screen.
It should be a goal.
Fabinho.
No, it's no goal. It's no goal.
Oh.
They'll rule it out.
2-1.
Hit his foot. and
It
then
is. They have ruled it out. It's 2-1 now still.
Yeah, because he controls it onto his foot. He's played it on from his hand onto his foot. Whereas the Spurs guy, it didn't change direction of the ball.
You're right. If it hadn't hit his foot, they would have cancelled each other out.
Yeah.
Given a goal. Yeah. Think of that. For me, don't control the ball for me. You know when you handball it, Jesus Christ.
But it needs to be 2-2 anyway. We don't want any.
Yeah, exactly. My 3-all predictions.
I mean, Andrew, your 3-all prediction with severe injury.
First, how does that make sense?
I think they're saying because he controlled the ball, he's got an unfair advantage.
Because he pushed it onto his foot.
Yeah.
He basically controlled it with his arm, whereas Dyer just hit his arm. Whereas actually with Firmino, he was trying to control it, like it controlled it to his foot.
That's some bullshit.
I don't really know. Like it's welcome to VAR monster. Like we love it all, don't we? Like controversy is central.
Yeah, remember, it's not the system; it's the person controlling the system.
So, Monster, how did you feel about yesterday's game? Like overall, like were you pleased with it? Like, how did you like? I felt like all the players had like a weight off their chest. They came out with like a weight off their chest. Even Havertz didn't perform shit. Like he didn't perform like to the best of his ability, but he wasn't like he has been playing for Frank.
I didn't expect too much from them, but being that he's only trained with them for.
Yeah.
He hadn't even been there for a full 24 hours at the time, so I didn't expect too much. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I mean, what really did we expect for him to do in such a short period of time?
No, I agree. We didn't expect much, but I felt like the players came out with like a weight off their chest. If that makes sense, like I felt like they acted like they seemed to be having the freedom and they enjoyed it and they seemed to like to be able to do their own creativity in that. But I definitely feel like apart from like Hudson-Odoi's obviously been doing great for the like whole season, but I definitely felt like they looked like they wanted some, like the lights were on and someone was home, like they weren't just like ghosts.
Yeah. Oh, Bergwijn, Jesus.
So who do you actually want to win today, Liverpool or Spurs?
I need a draw.
Draw.
Yes, I need a draw.
Yeah. Can't pick between these two. You know,
you want all of them dropping points.
No, I just want Spurs losing.
You can, Stephen. It's fine.
I just want Spurs losing. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yo, fraud them.
Stephen, you don't care because Arsenal aren't in any title race or top 4 challenge.
No, I mean, I don't care about who else wins apart from Spurs losing.
I know, but there's a reason why you don't care.
Because I don't care who the team is. I just want Spurs losing.
Because Arsenal aren't in a title race or top 4 challenge.
That's all. It's a charm. I've always look. No matter what it is, no, even if Spurs were 14th, right? I've wanted Spurs to lose. I don't care who the team is.
What?
No, you be simple.
Plus, Jose Mourinho's going mad, so I'm loving it.
Plug in your mic, big man. Can't hear you.
Who's on the simplest today, bro?
Oh, that's your detail, not mine.
No.
That is your job.
Do you know what? So many Liverpool fans were worried about this.
It could still end in a draw.
Yeah, the way it's been going, yeah.
Well, especially now that goal. Well, if that goal hadn't been ruled out, I wouldn't have been so sure. But
what goal?
Well, it was 3-1, and then a goal got ruled out while you've been away. There was a goal ruled out.
Okay, so it's still 3-1?
Yeah, it's still 2-1.
2-1, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to take my meds.
It's all right. No, it's still 2-1, but I feel like if it's 3-1, it would have been more effort than if it's 2-1, like Spurs have more of a chance to make a comeback because it is just one goal they need.
Yeah,
for
I see. It's still 2-1. Yeah. Right. Come on. I was about to say Arsenal. Good.
You got Spurs next week, haven't
we? Yeah.
Next week, Thursday.
Yeah.
That's right. Tuchel will have it done by then.
Monster, what do you think the score's going to be for the Spurs game? Do you think we'll get a draw?
It's going to be a tough one because Tottenham are probably going to park the bus.
Yeah.
Very tough.
I do have to admit the way Mourinho plays his football and sets up. It's really as a fan, you watch it. It's so stressful sitting on one goal. Like, I mean, for a manager, I'm surprised he hasn't lost all his hair.
No, Stephen Monster will testify to this. Not when he was at Chelsea, right, Monster? We went 1-0 up.
I loved it,
right? That was it, though, right?
No, but what I'm saying is he's not lost his hair for the stress of it.
No, but Stephen, he loves playing that way. It's see, you're an Arsenal fan. I wouldn't expect you to understand this. The tactical games you need.
Whoa, hang on. Whoa, hold the phone. Hold the phone. Before Mourinho turned up, George Graham did it before Wenger turned up. So, but then again, I wasn't born then, so I could probably see your point on that one.
Wait, Stephen, repeat what you said, please. Stephen, repeat what you said, please.
What? George Graham used to sit on one goal.
That he wasn't born then.
That I wasn't born then. I was in '94.
That wasn't in your lifetime, though, was it?
No, of course not. It was it was, but I wasn't old enough to have a conscience.
Oh well, you can't talk about that then.
Is it? That's got to be.
It shouldn't be 2-0 Tottenham, Charles.
3-1.
How should it be 2-0 Tottenham?
Yeah.
Well, it's now
3-1 in the first half.
Can someone tell?
What's
this is
goal
where.
From? What is Luis even doing? What is Luis even doing? Can I just? I don't understand.
Charlotte, he does what you do. Drink.
Yeah, but I'm so confused. The man just watches the ball.
Drunk.
He watches the ball go past his face. Like he just watches the ball go past his face.
That defending is crap.
The defense was absolutely poor.
Good.
Like,
it was about as weak as a wet wipe.
Look at that.
But I feel like this is either going to go two ways. Spurs are going to make a comeback, or Liverpool are just going to get another goal.
Oh, you're going to control it. Oh my god! He tried to control it in the box.
Oh,
Mane finally scores. Right. What a load of crap.
What now? You come back? Yeah? Right, cool.
Monster, your thing is still on.
Oh,
Charlotte's gone. Oh, she's back.
Back again.
You didn't tell me. Oh, but you still going to it. Just let me know, innit?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Let him know.
All right, coming out.
Monster.
He's gone. He's muted himself. So unfair and cheating. No.
You do wonder how where Liverpool have been in the last games before Man United. I mean, even the Man United game, they played well, but you wonder where they've been in terms of performances before that. Now they're playing this well.
I don't know.
I think if it depends who gets the next goal.
Can I just ask about Thiago? Do you really feel he should still be on a pitch after a head clash like that? Or both of them should be on a pitch?
Did they not?
I really don't.
If he's been cleared by the medics, there's nothing you can say or do. Like, if he's been cleared by a medical team.
Yeah.
Because sometimes a head injury the blood just makes it look worse than what it actually is. But it could have just been like a minor, but because the head bleeds quite a lot, it literally could have just been the like.
But he should have been the next game. He shouldn't miss the next game then. Because if he misses the next game because of concussion, right, then he should have been on the pitch then.
Don't you have concussion subs now or something?
Yeah, he should have, didn't we?
Right.
Because they made this big thing about it.
Yeah, no, they did.
Alison, don't do that, for God's sake. Let's control it.
Right, I'm going to pop off and get some dinner. I'll see you guys later.
Wicked.
See you later.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is. Oh, are they bringing Bale on? No, he's just sat there.
Gareth, I'd love to see. Hang on. Expresses his face.
Like, I just. Oh, this is banter.
Can I send Zane the link?
Yeah, absolutely. Bring Zane on. Like, absolutely.
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna copy the link. I'm gonna send it to Zane and see if he's available. Might do.
Yeah, absolutely get Zane on. I love a Zane rant. Zane rants are literally the best.
Yeah. I do apologize for I've been interrupting a bit because
it's all right. Don't worry.
I've just.
I love it.
I've had my infusions. I've had my infusions today, so I'm bouncing off the walls.
Yeah, no, I love it when you interrupt because you always have such good opinions. So it's chilled.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean,
I thought like people were starting to get like worried, and I was worried people start getting frustrated by it.
No, not at all. I sometimes it's just when two people talk, I can't understand it, and then I'm like, shit, I have no idea, and like, I'm like, yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
I don't want to like feel like sort of.
Oh no, it's not like everyone does it. Like
off.
everyone does it. Like Charles, I've got a question. Oh, here we go. Charles, I've got a question. I thought Tottenham were going to smoke us easily. You're doing a good job so far.
Look, he's smoking his bottle, mate. He's smoking his bottle.
Here you go. Arsenal are irrelevant, Stephen. Hold on. Wait for it. Should be 2-0 to Spurs.
Right. Can I hang on?
So unfair and cheating. Hold on. I'm just here you go. Go on. Yes.
Right, Charles, you say we're relevant. Who won the FA Cup last season? Right? Who won fuck all? Right? We've also won the most cups with that team you've had for the last 5 years. Over our last 5 years, we're supposed to be the most irrelevant club of all in our history. We've still won 3 more FA Cups than you have done. What have you fucking won? And don't include the Audi Cup. Don't include freaking Bale's Gareth
Where's
Bale.
your Premier League? Where's your Champions League?
No, leave the Champions League out. Yeah, but we know Tottenham don't get Champions Leagues. They just celebrate top 4 like we do.
Where's your Premier League?
Right? Where's your Premier League? Right? Where's your Champions League? Where's this quadruple you're gonna say?
Stephen, when you're done,
right?
I can repeat that.
I know. Can I also just add as well is that Charles, you're saying you should have won, you should be beating Liverpool 2-0 at the minute, right? Give me the context, mate, because if you don't give me the context, you're talking bollocks. Right? Get in your corner, in your cave, in your corner, in your cave, under your hole, and stay there.
I mean,
done.
Yeah, he's just
Don't need to say any more now.
Prime, how are you feeling about the 3-1 Liverpool?
I just find that Stephen ranting at Spurs quite funny.
Prime, 2 seconds. Guys, I'm just posting the link in the chat, so if you want to jump on.
He won't come on, though.
No, it's just other people are asking in the chat.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Put it in there. Right, carry on, Prime. Sorry.
I just find Stephen ranting at a Spurs fan and trying to prove Arsenal's relevancy to be quite funny. In my opinion, over the last 5 years, Spurs have been the better. In my opinion, over the last 5 years, Spurs have been the better performing. Meant to be the biggest club in London.
Yeah, I get that. That's
FA Cups don't really count for me.
Yeah. We've got Hassan's just joined us. Hassan, what have you got to say? Have you got anything to say? Let us know what your opinions and thoughts are. No? You just get pied there.
Okay.
Literally. Yannicka, how do you feel about the match so far?
I wanted a draw, so.
Who do you fear the most out of United and Liverpool, though? Honestly.
No,
you still feel Liverpool, though, despite their slump in form? You still fear them the most in terms of the title challenge?
Yeah, I think Liverpool are tough when they're on form. But I've said for ages now, like, their dip in form is temporary. So they will be back. Like, I don't expect them to kind of, obviously tonight, if they get a win, they'll probably push on and go on a little bit of a run. So
you don't believe in, like, Klopp and his like being found out as a system manager?
I think with the players they have, they're still, Thiago and stuff, they still have talent there. I think the same with Man United, to be honest, but I just think at the end of the season, it will come down to a little bit of the managers. And I just think Klopp and Pep would probably come out on top of Ollie. And that's my reason for thinking that it would be, City and Liverpool.
Okay.
But I don't know. This season...
Yeah, that's the thing. This season...
So reactionary. Yeah. Like, every week it's like, I've heard every team are going to win the league. Like, literally every team in the top 6 at some point have been, people are talking about they're going to win it. So, I don't know. We'll just have to see how...
I mean, even I'm having to admit now that we might, obviously for our next few games, like I've said before, if we get positive results, we could maybe have a shout of getting like one of the, if not Europa League, one of the Champions League spots. It would still be in the top 4 sort of voice. It'd be a very, 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 very slim chance compared to the teams around us and the way they're playing. But you've got to count, if you're on the same level of points as, say, Chelsea in 3 games and they've got 2 control, for example, you've got to sit there and say, well, Arteta, okay, he has turned the corner a bit, and Arsenal have a chance, despite being so dip in form. The reason I've turned that point was after it was criminal to play against Spurs like that, right, the way they did, and I just didn't see us buying a win anywhere, and we weren't buying a win anywhere. So if he gets through these period of games, and like I said, if he gets through these period of games and we end up, what, 5th, 6th, and not far off top 4, then, like I said, I'll leave it to the end of the season and reassess the situation going forward. But
yeah, because it's like Liverpool, like they were saying, if they didn't beat Spurs, they would have dropped out the top 4. It's obviously Spurs won and stuff like that. So it's City are in a good position right now.
You're always in a good position. I know you got that smug face. I know you got a smug face under that.
And that's why I've not got my camera on. But I think, you know what? I think the way we're playing is what's exciting me, not the position in the league. Because really, like I said it all season, City could be second until the final day of the season, for all I care, as long as we finish on top. Things like that. Like, people look at the table and go, we're second, we're going to finish second. Like, if you're 4 points above 5th place, all you have to do is lose to that team that you're playing and then draw one other game. And, it could be, the positions could be completely switched. So,
but this is what I'm saying. People,
we have to win our game in hand to make that happen,
This is the thing where people go, but we're second. And I'm like, if you're second, then why you should not be worrying about like the other teams below you. You should be worrying about trying to see if you can get first.
Yeah.
Right? Unless you're like Liverpool that are 20 odd points in front of the world last season, for example, right, where it's them and then it's best of the rest.
Yeah.
If you're in the like 4 or 5 points off top, you shouldn't be worrying about like saying to the teams below you, yeah, we're second and celebrating that. You should be thinking, no, we're second. We've got a chance of getting the title here. Let's go for it. You know, that's why I say like second sometimes is probably the worst position to be in, because I'd expect us to go on and try and challenge for the league.
Yeah.
At least if I can say in 5th or 6th, I can sit there and go, yeah, well, we're not going to win the league, are we? So,
yeah, I think it's going to change a lot before the end of the season. I'd be very surprised if it's in this exact order, sort of in April.
Yeah,
I'd be surprised.
It's like if you're going for top 4 and you're saying we're 5th, and like, yeah, we should be looking at who's 4th.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone's got to play each other as well. And because, like I say, there's only a couple of points in it, like one loss to Leicester or Everton or whatever. And it's, because
it all swings and roundabouts.
Our game in hand is against Everton. So obviously we would hope to win that so that we can put a bit more distance between us and United. But at the same time, by the time we play Everton, it might be a case of 3 points for Everton puts them above United. So even though we might want to go a little bit clearer, at the top, say we're still at the top, we might want to go a little bit clearer at the top. It might be a case of even if we lose, it still affects the 2nd place or the 3rd place because Everton are still up there. So it'd be interesting to see what happens anyway, because I think it's closer than it's ever been in terms of all the teams. Normally it's maybe close at the top, but then there's a drop off. But it seems to be between sort of the top 10. There's hardly anything in it.
No, there literally isn't. And that's such a fair point. I think we have to take into consideration that this season is not like any other season we've had. Like, I'm
loving it, to be honest. I don't know about you, but I'm loving it.
No, I'm literally loving it because these games are so unexpected. Like yesterday, I wasn't expecting Man U.
And the smoke as well. The smoke as well.
I know.
Literally.
Laurie.
Yo, you're right.
Yes,
my man. Yes.
Man. Hold on.
Win this.
Put the camera on and do ranting. I'll put you
Charles,
on.
where are you?
Okay.
No. Here goes.
Hold on.
Give me your ranting. This kid is a legend,
Hold on a second.
Oh, and Liverpool are winning as well. Like, this kid's gonna come for Spurs. Like, he genuinely is. Like, I am looking forward to this. But so, Jan, do you think that like it's going to be a close one, or can you see it? Like, because this season I can't call it. Like, I think it's going to be close between Liverpool and City, but I could be completely wrong. I could be really wrong.
I think it will be closer, just in the fact that it depends really. It depends on people's form, but I think because everyone's so close, even if we sort of get an advantage over one of our rivals, so say for example we beat Man United, there's still going to be teams like Liverpool who are right behind Man United. So I think it's going to be close. I can't see it being like some mad title win. I can't see anyone running away with it. But I do think there'll be a little bit of a breakaway in terms of you sort of get like a top 5 and then the rest might kind of fall maybe 7 points behind, that sort of thing. But that's not going to happen for a while because it's so close. So,
yeah,
it's an interesting season anyway. Like,
yeah, it definitely is. Right, Laurie is back.
Sorry.
Laurie is back. Is the little legend here?
Wow.
I'm right here.
Yes, come on, give me your thoughts on the Liverpool game. Hit me with them.
Get him on camera.
Get him on camera. Come on, get this up. Yes, hold on. Go on, hit me.
Almost. The first thing I would like to say is, come on, You're a legend, Mane. I've even got the t-shirt on. You want to see it? Want to see it?
Oh.
Lovely t-shirt. Come on. One more goal I want to see. One more. They don't score one more, I am angry. But I'm fine with the 3 points.
Get in there, little legend. Yeah, go on.
However, I'm mad about what happened.
But
How
what?
was that a Firmino handball? Eric Dyer put his elbow on it, and then Firmino.
Do you know what? The only way I can see justifying that, and it's literally the only way, is that Firmino, it bounced from his arm to his foot, which looks like he was pushing it. I'm not saying he was, but that's the only way I can see them justifying it. For me, Eric Dyer touched the ball first, so I was a bit confused. But then watching it, the only way I can see VAR, and VAR is just stupid, so we all know that, is that the fact that it bounced from his arm to his foot.
But you do know one thing: the ref in this game, ref Liverpool versus Everton, when Virgil really hurt his knee.
Yeah, that's by Pickford. What a twat.
I know. I'm so angry.
What's your message to Charles?
There's this guy called Charles who's saying that
the quadruple guy.
Spurs are going to win the quadruple.
Beat us. You can win a quadruple, yes, but that's when Liverpool aren't in this league. That's when Liverpool turn out to be a National League North side. That's the next time they're going to win a quadruple.
Sorry.
But I mean, are you happy to see Mourinho grumpy? Mourinho is so grumpy right now. He's very happy. But I mean, when it got to 2-1 and the goal was disallowed, I genuinely thought Spurs might get another goal. And it might be 2-2, but then Liverpool. But I always said that the next goal depends on who wins the game. Liverpool got that game goal again, and it's now 3-1. And Spurs haven't really done much of a comeback, to be fair. They haven't actually tried to attack you guys. You guys have handled it quite well. Like, there's been no point where I'm like, oh my God.
It's Mourinho. It's part of the bus, isn't it? You know?
Literally, he wants that one goal and then expects it to happen.
Well, he may not notice that one goal will get him when it's 3-2, not 3-1, not 3 or 4-3.
But I mean, we've had this discussion so many times.
They've even put Bale on the pitch.
Why is he got a run? Oh, I'm happy, but I'm not happy.
Why not?
How do you feel about the Thiago clash?
Origi's coming on.
Origi's coming on, yeah. Firmino's coming off and Origi's coming on.
What do you think about? Do you think Thiago should have been taken off?
If Thiago's head's bandaged, do you think Thiago should have come back on?
Yeah, I'm happy he stayed on. Because if he came off, I would be upset.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have got that third goal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's a fair point. But I like sometimes.
Were you worried that he might have had a concussion or something like that? That he might have had to stay off the field?
Yeah.
I mean,
where's been Firmino, man? Where has he been? You know, again.
Yeah.
I tell you, Firmino makes that other two do the job.
But I think now Salah wants his goal because like everyone else has got his goal. No, Salah hasn't had his goal yet.
Oh.
Everyone else has had his goal but Salah. Which I think like, but then if you look, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by Zayn.
Zayn! Woo! Liverpool!
Hey, can you hear me? Because I'm on my phone.
Back!
Yeah, we can hear you. What are your thoughts on this game? Hit me with it.
Do you know what? I'm not going to get too gassed because it's just one game, but I'm going to enjoy tonight and say, yeah, Deadball FC Trent, you're back, bruv. You're back. That was a sick ball, bro. My man was smashing it today. Do you get me? And Thiago, see what he did to Harry, do you see what he did to Harry? He took him up, broke him up, man. Mama was gone. You like nothing like Harry Kane. And that's what I'm saying about Thiago. He's got that dirtiness in him, man. He will take a man out. He'll take the yellow card and he'll take the man out. So big up, everyone. Big up Liverpool fans today. It's about bloody time we got to win, man. You get me? I'm happy, man. It's been painful, bro.
Zane, bottle jobs. Bottle job FC. Bottle job
I
FC.
said that before, man. If they lose today...
Can I ask your opinion on the Eric Dyer Firmino situation with the handball? Like, is it the right decision? Eric Dyer's hand obviously touched the ball first. Like, do you agree with the decision? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Do you know what? That's bullshit, because fundamentally he handballed it onto Firmino anyway. Do you get me? So they should have allowed that goal anyway, because fair enough, if he didn't do nothing and he hit Firmino's arm, I get that. But if he bounded off his arm and hit Firmino, and I'm sorry, man, that was a sick finish. But anyway, we're 3-1, so it's all right. It's all good, man. VAR.
Liverpool.
I love it. I love it when they disallowed Son's goal, man. That was VAR at its best, bro. Come on.
Literally, like, they are. But do you think that Salah's struggling with the fact that he hasn't got a goal now? Like, he's like the only one that hasn't. Like,
no, he's doing all right, you know. If you saw his passes, if Mane should have finished his dinner today, he should have got at least a hat trick. Salah set him up about 2-3 times blatantly where he should have scored. Do you get me? So from my point of view, I'm kind of gassed, because they're like the old Liverpool. So Yannicka, you better worry, man. If you start picking up form, boy. City, what are you saying, City?
We're where we need to be for now, innit?
Yeah, they're at the top, like.
No, I have been saying that Liverpool's form won't last long. Like, everyone's had it this season. This season's been a mad one.
But then, to be fair, it's come back since Firmino. The last 2 games, you've seen how he's now performed well, and now it's got the rest of the front 3 performing. So if Firmino keeps up these performances now, you'll start to see Liverpool, I think, turn around now and kick on.
They have actually won or drawn a lot of the big games, though. They have actually been doing well. They've beaten Spurs.
I think it's just that the Firmino, I think, has been underperforming, and I think he's really been making that front 3 work really well. And
do you know what, Stephen, spot on that, because you saw it in that FA Cup game. He was coming back.
Definitely.
And now you can see when he's playing properly, when he's doing his proper job. All right, he's a false 9, but today he was doing what he needed to do. So,
I mean, I agree. I mean, they really have turned.
I just love it. You beating Spurs. I'm fucking loving it. Yeah.
I know, but I got to jump off anyway, because I got to drive back, take my boy back from football training. But I had to jump on still just to say,
yeah.
Where you at, Charles? Charles, where you at, bro? Where's your quadruple, bro? What are you saying now, bro? Come at me, bro.
Guys, go follow Zane. Zane, do you want to shout out?
You know he's rattled, mate. He's come at me now, so he's rattled. He knows he's rattled.
Zane, do you want to shout out your socials before you go? Where people can find you on
Zane _LFC at 44, and it's Real Fans TV. Big up Liverpool. Finally, you made me happy, but I'm not getting too gassed. It's only 1 game, so I'm just going to enjoy tonight, and then, boy, we'll see what happens for the rest of the season. But, yeah, I'm happy. So thanks, everyone. Relax. Peace, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, that man brings so much entertainment to my life.
He's quality. He'll just jump on. Do you know what's like? Do you know what I love about Zane, right? When I tweeted him, right, I thought, oh yeah, because he might be on a panel. Like, my channel's small, he might, because my channel's small, he might not take up the opportunity for, you know what I mean? Because there might be bigger stuff going on. But no, he quietly jumps on to anyone's just to lighten up the mood, or to banter other people, or to give his real opinion. So big up to him, to be honest, because he shows support to everyone. So
can we just talk
all you
about?
Have to do is DM him.
Can we just talk about this comment? Finally, my local town, Carlisle, got more history than Tottenham, so don't come at me, child. Can we just talk about that right now? Like, You've got the local town Carlisle coming for
And the irrelevant Arsenal apparently of the 2010s, right? Right, Charles, come at me, man. Seriously, you gotta come at me, and don't say mind the gap, right? Because the gap's actually not that big anymore, right? And by the way, we've used that gap. We've used that quote. All glory, glory, Tottenham, because that's Man United. Come up with your own jokes. Oh wait, it's Tottenham. You got no jokes.
Yannicka, I mean, this is interesting because Liverpool have got like, I think I'm not. Liverpool have obviously won this one game and they've turned up for this game, but I don't think that means anything changes. I think the problem is that City have turned up for a few games now and actually proven their worth. Liverpool have only turned up for one game, which I think is the difference. And Liverpool fans can hype their team up as much as possible. I get that. You beat Spurs, congrats. But I don't think it actually has changed the perspective because it's only one game. I think a team always has to prove themselves, right?
Yeah, I think obviously I've said that I don't think Liverpool will be far behind City. I really don't. I still don't think that. It's just kind of because it's so close, you just don't know. But at the same time, it's not really the big games that they've struggled in this season. That's the thing with Liverpool. They haven't struggled against Spurs the first time. They turned up against City. They weren't great, but they got a draw. We never win at Anfield, so I'm not exactly expecting to win there. So, yeah, it's not really the big games. It's sort of the smaller games where they're kind of expected to beat them and they haven't been, you know, finishing these teams off. So, I don't know. I think they'll come back. I can't see them being, like, bad for much longer. Do you know what I mean? I think, obviously, they played well today. Yeah, I don't know. I think this season's just so unpredictable. Like, you just don't know. Like, City's next game is, I think, Sheffield, who you would think, big up to Flawless, who you would think, obviously, Sheffield is an easy win on paper, but then you saw what happened to United. So I just think you can't kind of take any game
for granted
this season.
Can I just say, am I gonna be totally mad for thinking Tottenham won't make top four?
I mean,
the way they're going.
Do you know what? Bottleham always seem to do a great bottle job. That's why they're known.
Bottleham FC, yes, I love it.
They're literally known for bottling it. Like, before I start, guys, I've chucked the link. If you want to jump on, the StreamYard link is in the comments. Come on.
You know what you should do? You should follow it. You should also follow it on your phone as well, because if you send it in as a message on your phone in the YouTube one, right, in the YouTube chat, you can pin it as a message, so it's pinned up there.
I'm going to do that in a minute. But I think that we really like this game. Spurs always bottle it. They really always do. It's full time. It's 3-1 to Liverpool. Well deserving. I mean, Liverpool and Spurs have a bandaged man. Spurs look deflated. Klopp looks a little bit happier than he was before. Mourinho looks like he's ready to like murder someone. I'm not
Charles, don't be tired and say it's been raining now. Come on.
Yeah,
none of these. By the way, Foursquare. I'm sorry, Foursquare. I can't do this.
Okay, guys. Stephen's about to go on rant for Charles, a Spurs fan.
Charles, your team is always gonna be and always will be dead, right? Your bottle jobs. Take your bottles, right? Go fill it with water. Go drink it somewhere. I don't care, right? You're back where you belong. You're not going to get top four. End of story, right? You can say Arsenal are irrelevant, right? We've been irrelevant for the last 5 years, but in the end, we still won more trophies than you in that time, right? And this club, no matter how dead or relevant you keep saying it is, will always be bigger than fucking Tottenham, right? Same as fucking West Ham are, right? So North London is red. End of.
Literally, that was very well said, Stephen. Very well said.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, what?
No, it
here we
wasn't.
go. Chris Welch says, "What a win! Bloody get in! I will say it again. Where you at, Charles?"
He's disappeared.
Prime, what's your opinions? You've got some opinions. Hit me with them.
So, because Spurs lost a game that they weren't favourites in, Arsenal fans are happy about that. Bit weird.
I'm just fed up with like Charles, like constant, like saying that we're
Yeah,
this,
but
we're
why-
that,
but
with all the
Stephen,
other.
yeah, but
Right? And
Stephen,
so many other Tottenham fans going on about it. Well,
Stephen,
look, if you're so much bigger and better than us, stop focusing on
Stephen.
Arsenal and focus on winning the league. Oh wait, you can't do it.
Stephen, but it's the same thing. If you're so much bigger, Stephen, if you're so much bigger and better than Spurs, why do you focus on them? Also, too, Charles, or I'm assuming that's his name in the chat. Remember last week what I did about Bergkamp and Ozil? Because I know it triggers you and you keep reacting to it, I'm just going to keep mentioning it. So that's essentially what Charles is doing. Because you react to it so easily and you snap. He's going to keep mentioning it.
Wow. Jesus.
How do you, give me your thoughts. Come on.
All I'm going to say is, and I'm going to say it again, I don't care if anyone disagrees with it. The facts are, Tottenham fans they're never going to learn. So whether or not they lose 5-6-0, they're never going to learn. They still think they can do something. So it is what it is, man. They're still Bottler FC. I don't know why we were licensed. I don't know why we're labelled as it, but clearly Tottenham they're just shit, aren't they? They're just shit. They're bad. I told you, it doesn't matter whether or not Kane or Son's in the team. They do not perform to the standard set by their fan base. So I'm done hearing it.
What I mean, like, you could win the Carabao Cup, that's great, but like at one point you were saying Trophy Mourinho is gonna win the league.
You know what? I'm gonna back Jan here and say that I want City to win
no
that.
Spurs fan said that, Stephen. Don't make up lies. No Spurs fan said that.
Are you sure that?
Which Spurs fan said that? And don't say Charles in the chat.
Peter Raymond.
Peter Raymond.
He's Peter. Okay, that's the same thing as Charles.
Well, all I'm gonna say is
everyone at
the start of the season was saying, "Oh, Jose Mourinho is the manager. You know, when he's happy, he's dangerous. Apparently, he's been on great form recently. So what the fuck is this? I don't care. It's the team. The team have literally let him down.
Team and its mentality is not there. It's just never gonna be there. This team's been trying. This has nearly been the same team now for what? Maybe 3-4 years now. It's still not won anything. When is it going to stop? And when's it going to they're going to do something?
They're just shit. Like, you can't fix a you can't fix a broken, for example, like, you can't,
this is what I say as an England supporter. If Harry Kane wants to advance his game, if he wants to wear something on a white shirt, he's going to have to go to Real Madrid. Because he's not going to get it at Tottenham. Sorry.
He should go to City because they win things. They win things. Yeah. So I wonder.
Son is wasting his career. Bale might as well go back to frigging Real Madrid. Right? The Dyer can improve his game if he left, I bet. Reguilon's probably wondering why did he move. Right? Lloris, I think if he wants to, he's the keeper that deserves to win things because he's won a World Cup. He should leave as well. Right? There's so many players in that team that are quality and they're not going to win anything under that team.
Lams, are you scared about facing them in the final?
They're in a cup final now, though.
Which one? Tottenham.
Yeah.
You know what? Our record, I said it earlier, our record against Tottenham's not great. So it's not something that I'd go into like, yeah, we're going to win. But our record in finals is decent. And our record in the Carabao Cup is decent. So I would expect us to win. But you never know. It's a one-off game, isn't it? So
Yes, fair point.
Jose has to. The thing is with Tottenham is they have to win a trophy. Man City have won the last 3, so as much as I want to win it, we don't have to win it. So I think
some people are happy. Some Tottenham fans don't like Jose and they want Poch's style back. So I want to see what Alex says on the terrace today, because he's mad that you guys got into a fucking final. I'm like, what the fuck? Be happy.
Do you know? Are you on the Football Terrace Discord?
Yeah, I'm a mod. Yeah, I'm a mod.
I can't get in it.
What VC or just the whole server?
No, I can't get in the server. I kept using the link that's in the chat and on the video description, but it's not letting me in. It's saying
you're probably in it already then.
No, I'm not in it already. I'm out of it for some reason. Right, I accept invite and it says invite expired. Is invalid or expired or is it expired?
Probably no. It's a new no. The link is a link that doesn't expire. So I'm gonna have to talk to the other mods, see if they've done something.
Guys, we are hitting.
Because I wouldn't want to get on the terrace tonight, but
we are hitting the 3-hour mark, which has been perfect. But we are going to wrap it up now, guys. Let's do your socials. Ads. Where can people find you? Ads. Where can people find you?
Let's see if he comes back in a minute.
He's on GNA TV. Move on.
Hold on. Yannicka, where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me on it's Yan City on Twitter. I'm always on Sarcasm City TV, so subscribe to them. And also my own YouTube is Yan City ENT.
Yeah, guys, give that a follow. Stephen, where can people find you?
You can find me on Featley TV. There's my Twitter feed is there on there in the video description. All my socials. If you've got any problems, right, when want to raise awareness on my liver awareness show, give us a shout or join the show, and you can do that. That's every Tuesday. And on Friday, tomorrow is my Man United Arsenal preview, where I'll get Flawless from Sarcasm City, Cam from Sam, and Marley from Sarcasm City, as well as Ads and Matt King from this channel as well. And we'll be debating, obviously, the preview of Arsenal Man United. Then there's the watch along. So check into that.
Guys, go watch that and subscribe. Prime, where can people find you?
That's my Twitter. Catch me on the terrace. More or less every day. Monster CFC for watch along for games. We're playing Burnley this weekend. Yeah, I'll be doing that this weekend. I'll be hosting that. KH No Filter Football YouTube channel. Me and Kai run that. It's actually quite interesting to do reactions and stuff like that. Basically talk Chelsea, raw and unfiltered. If you know what Kai's like, you know what Kai's like. Shut up, KJ.
Find you everywhere.
I'm here sometimes on S Featley TV when Arsenal lose, or
right.
I don't know, GNA TV. I guess sometimes. What? Just follow me on Twitter and you'll find out I'm there. Oh yeah, I'm also on the wrap up on Bits and Bob's YouTube channel. Oh yeah, whatever. Follow me on Twitter and you know what I'm there.
Perfect. Guys, follow and subscribe to Football United TV. Keep the follows and subscribers going, and keep.
Can I also just say as well, I am literally also, I'll just say I am literally 3 subscribers away from 500.
Let's get Stephen to 500. Let's do this. It's been a pleasure, guys. We will see you next time.